hanging from a thread till you dead, cause your partner put a price on your head, cause your chick was laying up in his bed. She getting details, spilling every word that you said. She working retail, thirsty bitch just trying to get ahead. If history tell us anything, y'all both end up dead. It's just a street tale, a fable, some shit someone said. Sit at the table and hope there's more to offer than bread. Pulled out the cradle, first steps you getting chased by a fed. No head starts, just body parts and lead sparks. Old religion, brand new hate and weak hearts. Oligarchs, krakens, dragons, you see sharks. Imagine you could manage to maneuver the deep part. You a savage, you can have it, just show all your teeth sharp. If you could grab it, you could stab it, just aim for the bleeding heart. The ones that show compassion, a soldier that seeks art. Does the artist that wage war take over or take part? Taking a knee, thinking no one faithful is me. I'm good people in bad lands, no evil live within me. I mind mine, I'll survive, find this lands for the free. If I'm mistaken, I'm forsaken, no one rescuing me. Residual effects, stray bullets through familiar necks. For any number of infractions that I deem disrespect. Your beliefs, you deserve better, but we both in the shit. You just haven't come to grips with it yet. Fight or flight, and they ain't really nowhere to go. If your back is against the wall and you ain't throwing no blows, you gon' crumble in the rubble, become blood in the snow. If you a victim, they collect them, grab the body and go. Dig them and ditch them, total disregard for the soul. Gas them and lit them, watch the flesh burn in the glow. Where we live and catch a shivering, it's a hell you don't know. Your best hope is that your dying ain't slow, or your dying's a show. Where we at, it's every man for his own. A bloody backdrop, where killers just zone and slice flesh to the bone. Masked and gloved up front of your home. A flash of gun, but the side of your dome. Fresh blood from a stone, dents in your sense. Kick your fucking ball through the fence. Dare you to say something, no sense in sitting around in suspense. Find out what's next, open your fucking mouth, disrespect. See the extent of how my life is intense. She beautiful and oppressed in a permanent summer dress. She a servant and still she blessed. Children cradled against her breast, whispering prayers, wishing their souls the best, knowing that they forgotten, not forgetting they're blessed. The bloodiest red lights, just piles of dead life. Something must be broken, the glyphs wasn't read right. You think them Bible papers will shed light? Yeah, right. Burn after reading, tell the preacher I'm leaving.
But I want to do hood rat stuff for my friend.
What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the Ill Cartel. I am your host, Sha Ill, and we are back in the building. Salutes to you for being here with me on this lovely hump day evening. All right, hope everybody's been getting after that money this week.
Million.
Getting after it. What is poppin', y'all? What's good? Good to see y'all. All right. We live on a Wednesday night. Had a couple of things to get into. We're going to get into them. Your boy don't even got his glasses on and shit. All right. Salutes to the chat. Shout out Shannon first. Yo, this makes me mad though, man. Because Shannon said, salute Shy in chat. And that shit translated it to health who in chat. I got to figure out how we turn off this translation because, you know, it's not good at all. It's a very horrible translation. All right. Shout out Shannon. Shout out Zoraida. We going to the moon on this Wednesday hump day. All right, go to the moon every 2 hours. Hope you had a good week so far. Likewise, hope you had a good week too. Shout out Pure Art on his night off. Salutes. Shout out Adrian Torres. Salute Shy and everyone in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way in. Salutes. I agree. Hit that like button on the way in. The numbers ain't numbering right now. All right, boom. Shout out Tere. Salutes to Tere. Happy belated birthday to Patrick. Salutes to you. Salutes to the fam. Your boy got to get his lentes in here. Can't see shit. Shout out Judy on the check-in. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining us on the live. Where we at here? Shout out Velez on the check-in. Shout out D-Life on the check-in. Shout out Joshua, Mr. Joshua on the check-in. Appreciate you. Shout out Marcus on the check-in. Salutes. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shout out Zoraida. She's driving. Don't listen to Velez. You can't text and drive, Zoraida? Don't listen to Velez. Don't even respond to that guy. He's on his bullshit. Ya sacó la bolsita. Alright? Tubo's probably gonna translate that shit on me. You gotta relax, YouTube. Alright? Don't be translating me. Hold on. Damn, I just gave myself a thumbs down. Hit that like button. Alright, I took it back. Let me drop the TTS in the chat. And we're going to get started, all right? Something just popped up that I want to cover before I get to the interrogation of the Barbie. What just popped up is, I guess, a journalist named Antonio Nieto, all right, saw photos of Mencho's body. So everybody's, been obsessing about that. If we don't see a body, it didn't happen. Well, evidently, there are pictures out there. We'll see how true this is. It is coming from Pie de Nota, so it's probably not fact-checked, but we'll see. All right, shout out Velez. Your channel's getting gentrified. Man, I've seen it happen to neighborhoods, so I'm not looking for that shit to happen on my channel, man. All right? Not looking for that to happen on my channel, not even a little bit. I gotta turn up the gain on this mic, but I'm not gonna do that now. The TTS, did I drop it? No, I didn't. So we're going to talk about that. Then we're going to get into the translation of Barbie's interrogation that he took right after getting off the airplane. I got a couple interesting things that always cross my mind when I see parts of that video. So we're going to talk about that too. And then boom, we'll go from there. TTS is up. And excuse me if y'all see me moving like Batman, right, where I can't turn my head. I was editing and facing this way, and I blew something out of my neck. It's that easy, man. It's that easy at this age. All right, boom. Let's get it. Checking the Discord real quick. I'm checking out Tere's Nachos. Nachos is looking crazy right now, right? In a good way. Salutes. Enjoy. No, we're definitely not cops, Pierre. All right, we are definitely not cops. All right. Let me pin that because YouTube doesn't want to give me my live chat. And when I'm using the chat spotlight, I can't
manipulate my live stream. I mean my live chat. So I gotta do it here. And it's giving me a hard time. Is LaBarbie out now? No. From my understanding, he's a cooperating witness and is tucked away somewhere safely, being a Bible-fearing, God-fearing man. That's the words I hear in them internet streets. Boom, pinned it. Did it work? Yes, got it. Shout out Agent Torres. Nachos sound good right about now. Yeah, no. She got some nachos popping, all right? It's in the share your meal section on the Discord. It's looking crazy. But yeah, he's definitely not out. He's like a church a jail preacher or some shit now. But they can't find him in the system because, that's what happens when you're a cooperating witness. They move you around and shit. All right? They move you around. So first and foremost, we're going to get to this El Mencho sighting. We're going to talk about that first. Coño la edad se nota. Relax. I was getting that when I was 30. I was still getting a kink in my neck, man. Relax. Sorry, my neck too. That double screen, or should I say 3 screens. I got a heating pad. I probably need that. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Coño la edad se nota. The age shows, all right? Translated, gentrified. His comment has been gentrified. All right, shout out to Zoraida. She's going to get her wings. Get your wings on. Let's get this recording started. Where is my vertical? Do I need it right now? Probably not. Let's get it. All right. What's this say here? This is how Nemesio Oseguera looked in his last days. Antonio Nieto via photos of the body of El Mencho. Let's get it.
¿Cómo estás, Luis? Un gusto saludarte a ti y a todo tu auditorio.
Igual, Antonio, oye, pues una verdadera bomba que estás revelando.
All right, let's get it. How are you, Luis? It's a pleasure to greet you and your entire audience.
Igualmente, estimado Antonio, oye.
Likewise, Antonio.
Pues una verdadera bomba que estás revelando desde la tarde-noche.
A real bombshell has been revealing itself since yesterday evening afternoon.
Ayer, ¿lograste ver imágenes del cuerpo de Nemesio?
You managed to see the images of Nemesio or Ruben Osegura, Nemesio, all of those 5 names. Body.
Bueno, de Rubén.
You got to see El Mencho's body.
Oseguera, Nemesio alias El Mencho.
Es correcto, Luis, es correcto.
Correcto mundo, Luis.
Tú sabes, y lo platicamos incluso aquí en Pie de Nota. Fui de los...
We discussed it here on Pie de Nota.
De la autoridad federal, por no
I was one of the critics of the federal authorities
mostrar el cuerpo y
for not showing the body.
El trabajo reporteril hace que uno no se quede con la duda.
And the journalist's work means that no one remains with doubt. Sometimes y'all just say whatever you want without fact checking it, and you look at us like we stupid for questioning it, and tell us how ridiculous we are.
Y le buscamos, le rascamos, y afortunadamente
we searched, we dug deep, and fortunately we made some shit up. Just kidding. Allegedly, in my imagination. Just kidding. We dug deep, and fortunately
pudimos confirmar,
we were able to confirm,
no soy perito, pero al menos
and I'm not an expert,
de manera periodística,
but at least from a journalist's perspective,
pudimos observar esas fotografías y
we were able to observe these photographs
observar todos los cambios que se hizo el Mencho, cómo
and see all the changes that Mencho made to himself,
vivía sus últimos días, cómo
how he lived in his last days,
vivía. Y bueno, lo importante es confirmar
how he looked. And the important thing is to confirm
que evidentemente sí se trata del capo más buscado de los
Evidently, that it is actually the most sought after capo
últimos años.
Estimado
in recent years.
Antonio, una pregunta. ¿Cómo exactamente
Antonio, I got a question. How exactly did you
tuviste acceso a estas imágenes? ¿Te las enviaron?
gain access to these images? Did they send them to you? AKA, do you got them in a dossier that we could put on our website?
¿Prestaron un celular? ¿Te citaron en algún
Did they lend you a cell phone? Did they summon you somewhere?
lugar? ¿Cómo fue?
Son directamente
How was it?
documentos oficiales, no lo vi a través de ningún dispositivo.
Hold on. I need to question what he just said there.
Documentos
¿Te citaron en algún lugar? ¿Cómo fue?
son directamente documentos oficiales,
Okay. That says these are not official documents. He's saying they are official documents.
no lo vi a través de ningún dispositivo, son documentos
I didn't see this through any device.
donde incluso, y lo quiero resaltar, viene la firma
That include, and I want to emphasize, the signature
que hizo el trabajo de la comparación morfológica.
of the expert, the signatures on it of the expert who did the morphological comparison.
Evidentemente viene su firma como para calificar
His signature appears as if to qualify
que se hizo este trabajo.
that this work was done.
Es una comparativa de 9 puntos en el rostro,
A 9-point comparison on the face
comparado
was made
con una fotografía que tenía la DEA, que tenía el Departamento
compared with a photograph that the DEA had,
de Justicia de Estados Unidos, y que se había difundido por parte del gobierno estadounidense con esa fotografía, y que se había difundido por parte del gobierno estadounidense con
and it was disseminated that photo was disseminated by the U.S. government.
esa fotografía. Se hizo la comparativa
And with that photograph, the comparison was made,
y fue coincidente. De esta manera
and it was a match.
yo tuve acceso no solo a las fotografías del cuerpo,
In that way, I not only had access to the photographs, like he didn't say shit. He said a whole bunch of "I ain't gonna tell you." That's what he said. A whole bunch of "I ain't gonna tell you." But I'll tell you what I got. What I got is Buddy's signature on it, who did it. These are official. I'm not going to tell you how I got it, where I got it. I don't know why you would ask me that. I know you knew that I wasn't going to answer that. So that's where we at.
sino al proceso de cómo fue
But I was also privy to the process
abatido, de cómo fue
of how he was killed,
el enfrentamiento,
how the confrontation was,
de cómo fue el seguimiento, y incluso
and how the follow-up was.
incluso lo que se viene después de esto, porque aparentemente, o de acuerdo con lo que
Jonathan Pantria sent $2 hashtag salutes Chiel my brother hashtag El Cartel member San chat hashtag I hope you having a blessed and grateful hashtag hanging out doing hoodrat shit with my friends Wednesday hashtag impromptu Wednesday live hashtag like and subscribe to the great quality content hashtag it's free.
Shout out JP. I can't even see these hashtags. Your boy need to go get his lenses because these are tiny right here. Let me see if I could do it. This is like Saludos Shayo, my brother Il Cartel members in chat. Hope you're having a blessed and grateful hanging out doing hood rat shit with your friends Wednesday.
But I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
Impromptu Wednesday live. Like and subscribe to the great quality content. It's free. Don't cost you a damn thing. I did that shit. Salutes. Shout out JP in his ghillie suit, popping out the bushes on us. Appreciate you. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so, y'all. Shout out Yayo on the check-in. Appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Salutes Velez. So basically, he can't disclose the source like most of these made-up stories. You know, and he told dude, as we said, as we spoke about on Pie de Nota, evidently they've had conversations in the past. He knew he wasn't going to answer that question. It's just he had to put that shit out there like that, you know? Vamos a ver. All right, shout out JP. Let's get it.
podido investigar, no termina la investigación. Incluso
I was also privy to what's happening afterwards.
Incluso lo que se viene después de esto, porque aparentemente, o de acuerdo con lo que he podido investigar,
Because apparently, and according to what I've been able to investigate,
no termina la investigación
the investigation is not over
del cártel Jalisco Nueva Generación
against the Four Letters Cartel.
con el abatimiento del Mencho, sino
It does not end with the killing of the leader.
que esto abre una punta del iceberg para otro tipo de diligencias que se van a hacer
But this opens up another lead for other types of proceedings that will be carried out.
contra otros personajes.
¿Qué es lo que viste en esas imágenes? ¿Qué es lo que lograste ver? ¿Cómo se veía el Mencho en su
What did you see in those images? How did he look?
último día?
Mira, en los últimos tiempos el Mencho se hizo un injerto de barba.
All right, in his late days, and Mencho had a beard transplant? For real? He couldn't just grow one?
Y la tenía muy bien delineada, la tenía bajo tratamiento,
He didn't have, let me see.
y la tenía muy bien delineada, la tenía bajo tratamiento.
All right, he had a very defined beard.
Con bálsamos, con
He had it treated with balms, and then he was oiling his beard and everything on the run. That's nice. He's having a nice time on the run.
Just for Men, la tenía.
Oh, you say he had it dyed with Just for Men. How you know it was Just for Men and not Rewind? Rewind. What's up with the sponsorship, bro?
Mira,
Damn, so it wasn't a transplant. It's not a transplant if you have it dyed, right? If it's a transplant, it's a transplant. If it's dyed, it seems like it's your beard. Your beard.
y también se había blanqueado los dientes, los tenía
He had his teeth whitened. They were perfect,
perfectamente alineados.
perfectly aligned.
Lucía delgado, lucía
He looked slim.
más joven de lo
He looked younger
que podría aparentar una persona de 59 años
than what a 59-year-old person
de edad.
could appear. Bullshit. We're going to show you what 59 look like. All right? Relax.
Debido a que se hizo un lifting en la piel.
This was because he had a facelift. Damn, this guy got all the information, boy.
Oh, too much information and shit.
Crazy.
Y sí, se veía en forma, no tomaba alcohol, por
He looked fit. He didn't drink alcohol.
ejemplo, y estaba bajo diferentes tratamientos para distintas enfermedades
And he was undergoing various treatments for different illnesses
que lo aquejaban desde los últimos años. Así lucía
that plagued him for the past few years.
el Mencho, lucía delgado, lucía en forma,
This is how Mencho looked. He looked slimmed. He looked fit.
y estas son las principales características que se pudieron, o que yo pude haber
And these are the main characteristics that could be observed
observado en las fotografías.
Oye,
in the photographs.
Antonio, y en las imágenes, en las fotografías que tú viste, se veían las heridas de bala, los
Were you able to see the wounds? Were you able to see the bullet wounds, the impacts?
impactos, o ya estaba, digamos, preparado para,
Or was he already, let's say, prepared
para la tumba?
for the grave?
No, ya estaba trabajado por los
No, he was already worked on
peritos.
by the experts. I was gonna say that seems like it could be that's a detail that seems like it could ring true. Him being able to say, nah, he was already, grave ready and done up and taken care of, his body processed. Or, did they have enough time to doctor up some pictures? But that's just me talking crazy with my, what Shannon say? My tinfoil hat. You know what I mean? Hit that like button if you have yet to do so.
Que sí se pudo apreciar es el rictus que tenía el capo, uno de los más
What could be seen was the rictus that the boss had on one of the...
importantes de los últimos años, y era un rictus de muerte súbita, evidentemente.
I don't know what the fuck he just said, and the translation didn't do it any better. Let me see. Shout out OT on the check-in. What's good, Cartel? Hope everyone's blessed this Holy Week. Beard transplant is wild. They wilding. And then why he gotta be using Just for Men? Why he could? I know some old man with black beards, natural black beards. Some genes be gening, man. The beard transplants been popular lately in Mexico. But what is it? They transplant your own hair? Is your transplant gonna go gray enough for you to need Just for Men? You know what I'm saying? That's the question. We need to see this. Sounds like a plastic man, a Barbie. No, he giving the description. It ain't gonna be enough for a lot of us. That's for sure.
Apreciar es el rictus que tenía.
What's a rictus? Anybody know what a rictus is? I gotta look this shit up. How did he see his teeth? When they're very ready, the mouth is sealed. Boom. Good job, daddy. Pointing out some bullshit. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
How you see his teeth? He crack a fucking smile for you? Huh? What are we talking about here? How you can see that they were perfectly aligned, huh? Lo cagó el gallo.
Yo vivo tranquila con los peces.
¡Cagó el gallo! ¡Cállate, hijuepuerta!
Shout out Teddy. What you do? You walked up on Buddy and moved his lips around? Wow. All right, I'm busy thinking about what the fuck the rictus is and thinking about how Buddy differentiated, said, yeah, nah, we saw him after he was fixed up. But if you did, right, he not cracking a smile, bro. All right? He not cracking a smile. Good call, Teddy. Good fucking call. What's a rictus now? Let me look for a rictus. The fuck is this guy talking about rictus? Oh shit. Okay, we got your answer now. Okay. We got your answer now, Teddy. All right, we thought we had him. We thought we had him for a second. I know exactly what it is. It's I mean, it's kind of macabre to be talking about this shit right now. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. But it's like when the flesh start shrinking on the head and the lips pull back and the teeth are exposed. That's a rictus. A rictus is a fixed, unnatural grin or gaping grimace, often displaying teeth, which signifies fear, pain, or death rather than joy. It is characterized by stiff facial muscles and parted lips, sometimes referred to as a rictus grin or death rictus. It can also refer to an anatomical gape of a bird's mouth. No, mommy.
No, mommy's
All
way.
right, man. They killed that theory, Teddy. They killed your theory, but I was with you all the way. I had your back. We in the gore section? With what? Images of rictus? Is that what you want to see? Or you want to see his rictus? Listen, don't be looking for another man's rictus, bro. You got to relax. Velez, you wilding the fuck out tonight. I know for a fact you can see the marks, etc. I got my own mom ready when she passed. Salute Teddy. But I think that rictus makes a difference. And he was ready to say it right after we were done.
¿Heridas de bala, los impactos? ¿O ya estaba, digamos, preparado para la tumba?
No, ya estaba trabajado por los peritos. Lo que sí se
Right, he was already worked on by the experts.
pudo apreciar
What could be seen
es el rictus que
was the rictus
tenía el capo, uno de los más
that the boss had.
importantes de los últimos años. Tiene un rictus de muerte súbita, evidentemente, aunque esto
He had a sudden death grimace.
a la gente le pudiera parecer lógico, no lo es. Yo
Although this might seem logical to
he
people,
visto
it
a
is
lo largo
not.
de mi carrera cientos de cadáveres
Throughout my career, I've seen hundreds of corpses
en persona y otros tantos más.
in person and many more. Let me make sure he said it's not, because sometimes this translation would be off.
Años tiene un rictus de muerte súbita, evidentemente, aunque esto a la gente le pudiera parecer lógico, no lo es. Yo he visto a lo largo de mi carrera pudiera parecer lógico, no de muerte súbita, evidentemente, aunque esto a la gente le pudiera parecer lógico, no lo es. Yo he
He said this might seem logical to people, but it is not. So he has a problem with the rictus.
visto a lo largo de mi carrera
Throughout my career,
cientos de cadáveres
I've seen hundreds of corpses
en persona y otros tantos más a través de
in person and many more through photographs.
fotografías, y no el rictus en el que quedó el Mencho sí es muy
And the rictus in which Mencho had
particular, con los ojos abiertos, con la boca
was particular with his eyes open,
abierta y un coágulo de sangre
his mouth open, and a clot of already blackened blood
ennegrecida en la boca.
in his mouth. So they caught did they catch his terror? Did they smoke him in the midst of his terror? And that shit it stayed on his face? Shout out Teddy. Dang, they got us, Teddy. They shut our shit down.
Y en este documento también, Antonio, que te mostraron cuántas imágenes habría, eran de cuerpo
In this document that you got, Antonio, how many images were there?
completo, eran medio
Were they full body portraits?
cuerpo, ¿qué es lo que
Were they half the body? What did you
Sí,
see?
sí, había, Luis,
Shout out my brother Oso on the check-in. I thought he was going. He just said la. Salute to him. Shout out JP. Let's get it.
imágenes de todo tipo.
There were images of all kinds, Luis.
No tenía tatuajes, por ejemplo.
Pure Art, you're riding the line, Pure Art. I'm getting ready to put you in the bathroom. You wishing that on me, Pure Art? Huh? Is that what you wishing on me? Because I put
Certified pedophiles.
Oh,
Now you see now.
Put him in a fucking bench.
Huh? You don't make me come looking for you.
Era evidente que el trabajo pericial se enfocaba. No, sí, había, Luis, imágenes de todo tipo. No tenía tatuajes.
There was all kinds of images. He had no tattoos. All right, Pure Art, you pushing it? Yeah, I'd settle the fuck down if I was you.
Evidente que el
He had no tattoos. For example, it was evident that
trabajo pericial se enfocaba en aspectos de identificación.
the expert work was focused on aspects of identification. So they were, I guess, the experts weren't really there for aesthetic and what he looked like. They were just there to make sure it was him. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Who's putting it in the gore section? That's what Velez said. But does it exist? And he says it exists, but is it out there? Is it on the loose? You know, is it on the loose? Yo, they gentrified JP, saca la bolsita. All right, JP said, saca la bolsita. It was translated to, take out the little bag. Yo. Pure Art, you all right, give Pure Art 5 minutes so that he knows that I'm not playing games with him today.
Put him in a fucking bench.
He's your daddy, Pure Art. He's not my daddy. Okay? He's your daddy. All right? You swinging like a wrecking ball off his nuts.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Me, I'm just reporting a story. You go in the bathroom. You need a timeout, bro. On your night off, yeah, JP hit him in the head. How long did you hit him in the head for? All right, let me know. All right? JP hit him in the head. Pure Art, we'll fuck up your night off. What's wrong with you?
Tenía las uñas
So they were focused on identification, not necessarily making them look good.
cortadas, estaba perfectamente ya trabajado.
His nails were cut. He was perfectly prepared
Por los peritos no
by the experts.
se alcanzaban a ver las, sí se veían los orificios de bala, pero no se
He said you could see the bullet holes, but
alcanzaba a ver ya sangre pues en el cuerpo.
there was no blood on the body or anything like that.
Es a lo que me refiero.
Oye, los orificios de bala coinciden con lo que se informó públicamente de que fueron,
Do the bullet holes match with what was publicly reported?
creo que o sea, que no hubo en rostro, no hubo en la cabeza,
I mean, I think there weren't any in the face, there weren't any in the head.
fue más
No,
bien el
no,
cuerpo.
sí, 100% confirmado porque la cabeza, y quiero señalarlo, no sufre ningún tipo
I want to point this out. Absolutely 100%. His head didn't take any damage.
de deformación por ningún proyectil, insisto yo mucho, ahí es donde se pude apreciar que tenía
Oh, that's right. Hold on. Shout out Tere. JP, Tere wanted dibs on that. Don't worry, Tere. It ain't gonna be the last time we put Pure Art in the bathroom. So you get your warning shot next time. She bloodthirsty, JP. JP fast though. He's like Oso. He hit him in the head.
Oh, Oso hit him in the
Like
head.
a sniper.
Headshot. He gone.
You said 5
He
minutes.
gone.
Thank
Don't
God.
go.
You two messing up.
Go,
My salute.
go.
May have gave more. You don't even know what you gave him. He probably in there in the bathroom forever. So nothing happened to his head.
digamos un rostro facial que tenía por ningún proyectil, insisto yo mucho, ahí
No deformation to his head from a projectile, nothing.
es donde se pude apreciar que tenía digamos un rostro rejuvenecido, que se veía
He said shit, he had a rejuvenated face.
digamos todas las imágenes que nosotros conocemos del capo.
all, he said, think about all the images that we have of him.
Sí, coinciden los rasgos fisionómicos, pero pareciera que el
The physiognomic features do coincide, but it seemed that
tiempo no había pasado demasiado por el capo.
time had not passed too much
Y no,
for the
no,
boss.
no hay golpes, por ejemplo, no,
And there are no blows, for example. He likes calling him boss a lot, huh?
no hay ningún tipo de signos de arrastre del
There are no signs of dragging
cuerpo donde se pueda
on
ver
the body, where you can see at least.
raspaduras en los cachetes, en la frente. No, no había
No scrapes on the cheeks or the forehead, nothing like that.
nada de eso. Se ve perfectamente el cuerpo o como lo describió o como lo han
The body looks exactly as described or stated
manifestado las autoridades, que no recibió ningún
by the authorities. They did not receive
tipo de
any
disparo o tiro de gracia,
type of gunshot or coup de
por
grace,
ejemplo, en la nuca.
for example, in the back of the head, in the back of the neck.
Absolutamente nada de eso.
You can't see any of that at all. Shout out to that. I wasn't fast enough because I'm eating. My brother-in-law was just my brother-in-law was just with me. Everyone in their town is saying they killed Mencho with the hammer in the helicopter. I mean, I could wake up tomorrow and say, say they made him drink to death, or we can say anything and it can catch fire. We've seen it catch fire. So, salutes to your brother. I don't believe them people to be liars. I just believe them to have the information that they have. That's the information that's out there, or the rumors. I mean, if we hear them, let me explain something. If we hear these bullshit accounts from journalists, best believe you're gonna hear them from regular people. It's what we do as humans. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Shout out Nando. I thought this was a post-Trump speech roast session. We didn't even know. We didn't even know he was giving a speech. That's how much we give a fuck. How'd it go? That's why you're our political pundit, you and Jay Flores, and you're here to fill us in. All right. I would like to have you guys both debate tonight on that speech and see who defends their side the best. And then at the end of it, I won't wait to be convinced by either of you. I'll just put you both in the fucking bathroom.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Mike.
I had no idea you had dibs on pure art. Salutes. Shout out OT. Mencho wasn't trying to hide. He just wanted a beard, Who don't want a black beard, Papa? I used to have one back in the day. Shout out OT. Shout out Nando. Nando, you back on our side of the border? Shout out Shannon. Shannon, hope you're having a great day. Shout out OT. I'm the gringo in the fam. I'm not believing shit. That's why I ask here. Yeah, now I'm saying, it sounds good, right? They smashed him with a hammer. It sounds good. Is it possible? Anything's possible. They could have had a 2-inch alien on that helicopter that took him out. We don't know. Shai, did you post to your IG story asking for a skeptical hippo? Nah, I only post the uploads, not the live streams. I try not to, I don't know. I don't have enough time to be doing everything. Excuse me. So sometimes, most times, I don't story the live stream. Just the uploads. Whew. Going to the moon. Shout out Nando. Recap of the what's it called? The speech. Recap. War is over. Oh, you mean the war that shouldn't we've destroyed everything, but we still have 3 more weeks. Okay, all right. So it's not over. So we still got 3 more weeks. but we destroyed everything. But didn't he say the missiles went too far? We hit the wrong shit? I don't know, man. They were days away from a nuclear weapon of the likes we've never seen before. Like Iraq? Like them? Okay. All right, that's it. All right, quick recap. Like it. Shout out to our political pundit, Nando. Salutes to you. We appreciate you, bro. And moral of the story is...
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
That's it. Talk is cheap. Let's get it. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Right? Let's get it. Boom.
Y en el documento, ¿qué se habla del día que fue abatido el Mencho y de lo...
In the document, what does it say about the day Mencho was killed?
que vino posterior?
And what happened afterwards?
Mira, Luis, es interesantísimo porque todo comenzó en febrero, el 13 de febrero.
Luis is very interesting because everything that started on February 13th.
Y fue una fiesta, digamos, un convivio con sus principales operadores.
Was a party, let's say a get-together with its main supporters.
Que fueron, que acudieron al Country Club de Tapalpa de manera escalonada.
Who came to the club in Tapalpa.
Digamos, y se retiraban y llegaban otros y continuaban la fiesta.
And they would leave and others would arrive and continue the party. So they was partying. I party. We did hear that. Didn't we hear that? They was partying out there. On the run, party. Atención, atención. I party. Oh, shout out OT. Man, they've been 3 days away from a nuke for the last 20 years since I was a kid. Wait, I thought we had already obliterated their nuclear facility that one strike down done months ago, Nando. Nobody knows, bro. Shout out Nando, you back in the shot. Good shit. There was still enriched uranium, is my understanding. Listen, man, I need a can somebody make me a Cuban link out of enriched uranium? That's what I need, man.
Al principio tuvo un tono familiar.
At first, it had a family atmosphere, and as most parties of Latinos and Caribbeans, the shit went left and turned into straight up fuckery by the end of the night. Puteria and all kind of shit.
Sí había ya música más estruendosa, con alcohol.
The music got louder. First, it was a family atmosphere, then the music got louder, and the alcohol was pouring.
Algunas mujeres, una de las cuales es una chica rubia de alrededor de 20 tantos años.
Wait a minute. Are they going to prove pure art true? I don't even know if pure art is free yet. JP don't know how long he gave them. Like, what the fuck? Who's in the bathroom? Where's pure art, bro? I'm going to give pure art 10 seconds and bring them back. All right, boom. We bring you back. If you want to come back, you come back. If you don't, well then, be mad. Hold on. We might get back to that. He talking about a young blonde. We heard about a woman in her 50s, right? That was brought there by another man that got popped off. Yeah, that's that. See, looking for less. They implying that one influencer was there. That's what I'm seeing, Mama. She says she ain't been in Mexico in years. Again, she could be lying. Everybody lies, but I threw her all the way out the story. As far as I'm concerned, that's a non-story. Maybe they make me wrong. We shall see.
Y con algunas mujeres, una de las cuales es una chica rubia.
Various women, and one woman is blonde and in her 20s.
De alrededor de 20 tantos años.
O sea, perdón, no es la misma señora que la que se publicó.
No, sí es la misma chica rubia de alrededor de 20 tantos años.
O sea, perdón, no es la misma señora.
And then he stopped. Excuse me, no, it's not the same one now, but they sound like they confuse each other. What do you mean by same one? My thoughts, my observation is the Guadalupe lady. Wasn't that her name? She was in her 50s, and supposedly she was plugged, and that was the first story that they gave us. Then they gave us the influencer. I balked at the influencer. He's asking, is it the same woman? Be specific, bro, so we're not asking no fucking questions.
Señora que la que se publicó.
No, sí es la misma.
Is it the same lady, the one in the publication? Which fucking publication? You know what I'm saying? Y'all are having inside baseball. We're here to listen and understand what y'all talking about.
Son dos personas diferentes, pero sí las dos personas acudieron a estas...
They're two different people, but both people did attend. All right, who are they? Are you talking about the 55-year-old and you're talking about the 20-something-year-old? And is the 20-something-year-old the influencer that was rumored? They're not being clear on that. Shout out Zoraida. So it's not the lady. They're not being clear on that.
Al convivio con el Mencho, en primer lugar.
Now again, they could probably answer me in 2 seconds, and we'll get there. That's how we do things around here.
Sí, es la misma. Son dos personas diferentes, pero sí las dos personas acudieron.
All right, they're two different people, but both people were there.
Al convivio con el Mencho, en primer lugar, acude la esposa, la oficial, la que
First comes the wife, the official one,
hemos publicado.
the one we have published. Okay, so that's the lady. Okay, the blonde and Guadalupe. Okay, that's the lady. Maybe he had the doña and the influencer both with him. Quite possible. All right, it was a party. It was a party. Let's see.
Sus hijas visitaron al capo el 14 de febrero, estuvieron con
His
él.
daughters visited. Hold on, man. Does he have a wife? I don't think he has a wife.
Con el Mencho.
So are they talking about when he says the wife? Is he talking about the Guadalupe lady? Ah, man.
En primer lugar, acude la esposa, la oficial, la que hemos.
First comes the wife, the official one, the one we published. So that she's not the wife, but he must be talking about that lady, the lady in her 50s.
Con sus hijas visitaron al capo el 14 de febrero.
She came with her daughters, and they visited the drug lord. Okay.
Estuvieron con él. Y después se retiraron.
They were with him on February 14th, and then they left.
Para ellas no hay ningún tipo de seguimiento más allá del de inteligencia, no hay mandamientos.
There's no surveillance of any kind against them beyond intelligence gathering.
Contra de esta mujer.
There are no court orders against this woman. Was it with Rosalinda? No, not Rosalinda.
Posteriormente, el día 21,
and then on the 21st,
llega esta otra mujer
this other woman arrives. Well, that's not what they told us. They told us that the original, the first lady, right, his supposed love, they told us first it was her, and then the next day they snatched him. That's what they told us. That's what they told us. That she was there one day, she left, the next day he got snatched. Shout out Upper Echelon on the check-in.
Mucho más joven, con...
On the 21st, the other woman arrives. See? Now they're putting them both together. Is this the influencer? Vamos a ver.
Cabellera rubia, aspecto con algún tipo de cirugía.
Blonde hair, looking like she had some kind of surgery. Who needs the surgery at 20 years old?
Llega y convive también con el capo en una de las cabañas.
She arrives and stays with the boss in one of the cabins.
Se retira el otro día.
And leaves the next day.
Qué locura. Luego...
Is he gonna? But he's not gonna verify whether it's that influencer or not. And maybe there was a blonde. Maybe that's why they put it on that influencer. Right? The rumor. You know, I can't trust people to pick people out in the street. I don't trust eyewitnesses, bro. Sorry. I don't. We're not paying attention, bro. Humans don't be paying attention.
Jonathan Pantria sent $2 hashtag Chi why you throwing smut on my name
What?
hashtag I zaid more than once how much you gave hashtag I also stated we will see if he comes back hashtag
Oh no, you told me.
Estan La Luna,
Relax.
hashtag Konya
First of all, you're gonna stop fucking accusing me of putting smut on your name when I'm not, all right? Or you're gonna end up fucking rolling around in that bathroom with that motherfucker, all right? Now, shout out JP, but I did not put smut on your name. You said you gave him 5 minutes, but you said the way Tubo's moving, I don't know how many minutes I gave him. And so that's all I'm going by. That's not no smut on your name. So you calm your ass down, all right? Shout out, why you throwing smut on my name? Smut. I said more than once how much I gave. You gonna watch your motherfucking tone, boy. Go get your
Go home and get your fucking shine box.
Sit your ass down somewhere, boy. All right. I also stated we will see if he comes back. I stated a few things too. Best believe me, motherfucker. Shout out Zoraida. Esta es la luna. This is the moon. Coño, man. Relax. Put you on the fucking moon. They got a bathroom on the moon now. What happened? The NASA launch? Trompito's talking. Nobody listened to that. Wasn't NASA supposed to launch today? Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Shout out Velez. So the lady that was seen by the drone with 2 children was his wife. That's what I think that this guy is just calling her. AKA his bottom bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like my main squeeze. My main girl, not my side chick. He called her a wife. So I don't know. Shout out Tere. Who's the blonde? You know? They not saying if the blonde is that influencer. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that clear that up if you got the information. If not, tell us it's the influencer so I can say that I was wrong and then go down that path and look through there. Shout out Nando. Bearded Mencho can handle both. I mean, with a beard, you know. What's the influencer's name? I don't recall. She got to be in the current Cartel live channel or the Discord. So if you go in the search bar there and put El Mencho, something should pop up with her. Shout out OT. My guy shot rules with an iron fist, but so does JP. All right? JP put smut on my name, saying I'm putting smut on his name. Try to sit me down somewhere, boy. Better relax. That's why Orange Man was speaking. Mad distractions. Mad distractions. Let's get it.
Se habla del abatimiento, del operativo, de cómo murió.
Sí, se habla.
Shout out OT. Shout out OT. Why are we calling an OnlyFans an OnlyFans model an influencer? You're right. I didn't even know she was an OnlyFans model. I don't like calling nobody an influencer. I don't even like that word. I'm just going with what the internet called her. Maria Julissa. Now, I did see a video of her saying, I don't know, my name Bennett. I ain't in it. I wasn't there. I ain't been to Mexico in a long time. I believe she's Colombian. Some shit like that. I don't know. I don't know if that's who they are inferring that it is. She fits the profile. It's 1 million OnlyFans girls. It's 1 million girls in circles like that, you know, fit the profile. You know?
Por ejemplo, del seguimiento que hubo
Del operativo, de cómo... Qué locura. Luego se habla del abatimiento, del operativo.
How crazy, huh? They talk about the shoot. Did they talk about the shooting, the operation?
¿Cómo murió?
Sí.
How he died.
Habla,
Yes.
Por ejemplo, del seguimiento que hubo con un dron.
For example, the tracking that was done with the drone. It was an interdisciplinary effort between the Navy and the Ministry of the National Defense. This drone, from what I could see, are very technical aspects. But I want to translate them for you and for your audience. All right, they're heat detecting drones. And that's how they calculated the number of people who were there. They calculated the number of people who were there, who were near the drug lord. And those who made up the security ring in the different cabins. They also conducted a sweep using this drone. They also conducted a sweep using this drone or another drone that detects how many phone signals are connected to a Wi-Fi network. Also to calculate the communication between them. So how long you think they were on them? Listening, watching. You see, they didn't want to go in during the party. They don't want those problems. They don't want those problems. You get a JP pop out in a ghillie suit out of a bush during the party. They didn't want those problems.
o este dron, entonces, digamos,
So some devices were intercepted by this
de la
drone,
señal, pues son interceptados
signal repeaters.
o este dron, entonces, digamos, a lo que yo vi fue un trabajo con tecnología,
So what they did was a technological job.
fue un trabajo donde además de haber tenido ya un
It was a job where, in addition to having already been tracking
a esta mujer que es la principal,
this woman,
digamos la pareja oficial del capo,
who's the main one, the official partner of the drug lord. So there it is. Not the wife. He just called her that. But, you know, be specific, Papa. Be specific. You don't even need IR drones. You can hack the Wi-Fi and use Wi-Fi signal. Yeah, man, it just sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Bullshit.
Shout out Jose on the check-in, amigo. Or according to the gentrification of YouTube, friend. You think the guest showed up and we're asking for the Wi-Fi password, you know? It was on the fridge. He's like, yeah, it's on the fridge, bro. Bring me a beer on the way back. Sounds like when we have parties and the kids be asking for the password. Be like, use your data. They don't need to be connected. Yeah, man. I don't think you gotta fly anything. You point some shit and that's it. So the official partner and her daughters arrived,
como primicia.
Which we published as an exclusive.
A raíz de eso hay un trabajo de inteligencia, de seguimiento de vehículos, y de la otra chica.
There's this intelligent work, vehicle design, and the other girl.
Ya la habían detectado a ella con el capo en algunos otros.
They already detected her with the drug lord in some other meetings. So the main chick got to worry about the other chick now. Shout out Upper Echelon. I thought about that. Shy, what up with the soundbite, amigo? I thought about that. I considered it. I never put it though. I think we mentioned it on a live once. Quite possible. What I want to find is them other phone calls, man. Shout out Yar. Yar hooked us up with a SoundCloud that got some of y'all's recorded phone calls. I don't know if I got to put in a FOIA request or what, but for phone calls. But yeah, it's quite possible he ends up on the soundboard. That should be sounding off. I've seen a lot of dudes be riding with their own Starlink. Easy. Well, what do you think? They had like Xfinity and shit over there at the cabins? They got something over there. Shout out Ricardo Lopez. Greetings from Chicago, brother. I put my like. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Salutes. They already detected her. So the main chick, you think the main chick was finding out about the side chick right now, today? Or whenever her lawyer spoke to her? Wait, is Vicente call on there? It is not. We got the call with Alfredo. We got another call that's like an hour and a half with somebody else. That's what I was looking for, the call with Vicente. Shout out Velez. You still be having the recordings up, Echelon? Yeah. He got it in a little box. You know, with the little microphone thing. Sure. Property of the United States government. Okay. Shout out Velez. That's the one I want to hear. But there is some calls on there. The link is in the Discord. I'll send the link. I just pinned it. I'm going to pin it. I just pinned the link to that SoundCloud in the main chat of the Discord. Shout out Upper Echelon. Seriously, I keep forgetting to call the clerk and ask for it. I have to give it for a documentary. Don't worry, I'm gonna beat you to it. All right, it's about being first around here. The government has hit that card because of the things. The government has hid that because of the things we talk about. Guess what, government? Freedom of Information Act. Gobierno, a.k.a.
No mommy's weak.
government, give it up. We trying to listen to that shit. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. We hanging out, doing hood rat stuff with our friends. Right? Shout out JP. He mad I put smut on his name when I didn't. And the bar is open. Let's do this.
Entonces ya hay fotografías, ya hay un seguimiento muy puntual de ella desde meses atrás cuando se voy.
Who's the blonde, bro? They gotta tell us who the blonde is. We want a name. We want a name for Blondie, papas. All that bullshit ain't gonna cut it. We want a name.
En algunos otros encuentros.
They'd already detected her with the drug lord in some other meetings.
Entonces ya hay fotografías, ya hay un seguimiento
So there are already photographs.
muy puntual de ella
There's been specific tracking of her
desde meses atrás.
since months ago. Oh my goodness. Whoever that is, they got problems. Why we haven't heard about them after the fact? Yeah. Shot, check your DMs. Coño, man. Look, he gonna come with receipts. JP come with receipts. I heard you, motherfucker. JP with the receipts, boy. He's worse than y'all with the receipts. Hold on, man. Clapped him. Oh, no, I clapped him again. Yeah. I clapped him for 10 seconds, so he should be able to come back now. I reclapped him to bring him back. JP with the receipt. You said 5 minutes. Thank God. YouTube messing up. Salutes. May have gave more. That's it. So that you just cleared me, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate you for clearing my name, JP. You're a hell of a lawyer. You know what I mean? Saramundo Reyes, are you Shy Ill? Are you the rapper Shy? Yes, I am. Salutes. Shout out Teddy. Yes, we need a name or a face. Here's the thing. It already damned the girl that we think it wasn't, right? Because like Velez said, so for those that don't know, right after it went down, again, same as the Mayo story, we don't listen to everything that comes out because a lot of it is bullshit, right?
Bullshit.
And we go through it and we decide what's worth our time and what's not. I went through a video where they said that there was this blonde girl. She was an OnlyFans model, quote unquote influencer, and it had an AI call. Heard the AI call, heard Velez's analysis of it where he said, yeah, it kind of sounds like the Mencho call that we all know. And it absolutely did. And it sounded like AI. And I'm still standing on it that it's AI. There might be a blonde-headed 20-something-year-old girl. And that's why they mistook this quote-unquote influencer girl for it. You know what I'm saying? Or it's her. Either way, that shit seemed AI to me, and we'll find it. We'll find it and we'll analyze it. I think we did it here, but I don't know. We'll see. Shout out Borregazo on the check-in. I appreciate you. Shout out Operational. Yeah, he's the rapper, a.k.a. podcast host, a.k.a. interpreter, a.k.a. actor, a.k.a. uncle, a.k.a. shit talker, indeed. Shout out Rufus stopping in to show some love to the real. What's up, Shy, and all the chat. Salute you to you, Rufus. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Shout out Pure Art on the return. It's all good. You back. We back. All right. Shout out Kenny Shy. What's up? What I missed? Well, Antonio Nieto, some journalist, claims to have seen pictures of El Mencho's body and confirms that it was him. Shout out Pure Art. I was just playing, guys. Relax. Yeah, you was in ADX YouTube prison. You was in a fucking bathroom.
Put him in a fucking bathroom. Get up your fucking
Okay, JP, I take all the smut off your name, bro. I take all the smut that I didn't put on your name off your name, bro. Pure Art dip like everyone else who gets a love tap. Apologize to him. He's back. you putting smut on his name, JP. Fuck is you doing? Shout out Teddy. Salutes Mundo Reyes. Shout out Kenny. Salutes. So they've been on whoever this blonde is for months. But he's taking her to meet with drug lords? Meeting with drug lords in Manzanillo and again in Puerto Vallarta. Look, he did his face. He did the Matthew Cox face real quick.
Cuando se vio con el capo en Manzanillo.
Oh, when she met with the drug lord. Okay, she met with him in Manzanillo.
Y otra vez en Puerto Vallarta. Entonces,
and again in Puerto Vallarta.
A raíz de esto, de estos seguimientos que se hace a las mujeres, por así decirlo, del capo.
As a result of these surveillances on the women, so to speak, of the capo.
Es que se confirma que estaba el Mencho ahí.
It's confirmed that he was there.
Confirma más con o primeramente con la mujer porque son sus hijas.
You know, especially with the first woman because they are his daughters. Wait, now he's saying that him and this lady have children together? This is a lot of shit that we didn't hear before. Before we heard it was her and her children. Now they saying they were his daughters.
Estaba el Mencho ahí. Se confirma más con
it's confirmed more with the first woman
primeramente con la mujer porque son sus hijas.
Because they are his daughters.
Sus hijas. Entonces este es irrefutable, ¿no? Ya cuando llega
so this is irrefutable, isn't it? So that would say he has young children? What are we talking about here? Are we talking about the girl with the coffee shop in Cali? Like, what are we talking about here?
Pues, evidentemente que la inteligencia naval y la inteligencia del ejército.
The Army intelligence, the Navy intelligence obviously confirmed it.
Sin embargo, se creía que el Mencho se movía.
So it was believed that Mencho moved
a diferentes puntos o que no permanecía tanto tiempo en el mismo
to different points or didn't stay in the same place for long.
lugar. Entonces, en un principio se creía que si ya había visto sus
Yeah, it sounds strange. Shout out Velez. I was wondering why she would take children to see Mencho. It would sound strange, but if you're going to see a crazy drug lord, you might not trust anybody else with your kids. You know what I mean? Guess what? Y'all coming with me. Shout out Tere. Crazy. Madness. I don't believe it. Too much information.
Too much information and shit.
He said he saw the body. He said he looked good. He said he had a rictus, so he was able to see his teeth. He said he had just for men in his beard. He said a whole bunch of shit. Shout out Eddie Jimenez on the check-in. Appreciate you. My understanding is that there are two women, and I guess one of the women is the mother of two of his daughters. Yeah, that's something that we didn't know. I didn't know that. And we're trying to see if the second woman, the blonde, is indeed the quote-unquote OnlyFans model / influencer that they mentioned after it all went down. That we looked at like it was bullshit.
Bullshit.
Let's see. So at first it was believed that if he had already seen his daughters, he would leave the cabins. However, with the arrival of the second woman, coño, man, it ain't bad enough that it was one woman that fucked up your hood situation, but it was two of them motherfuckers, man. God damn.
Se confirma, el capo seguía ahí, y es cuando
it was confirmed that the drug lord was there.
La presidenta Claudia Sheinbaum autorizó que se hiciera el operativo.
And that's when President Claudia Sheinbaum authorized the operation.
Y bueno, los enfrentamientos duraron más de 8 horas.
The clashes lasted more than 8 hours. Damn. Okay, that was a long fight.
Y de lo que yo
Velez, man, you can't be talking to me about these California burritos and then you talking about orange sauce. Miss me with the bullshit. Shout out Al the Pal on the check-in.
pude ver.
Get him, JP.
Yo no, bueno, quiero aclarar, yo no pude ver cuántos muertos exactamente.
I want to clarify. I couldn't see how many dead there were.
No hay, hasta donde yo llegué, porque es una investigación muy extensa.
That's as far as I got because it's a very extensive investigation. Again, I told you, they've been playing very loose or very, triple talking the point of the bodies. They don't want to clarify whether it was 12 bodies along with the 3 in the helicopter. They don't want to clarify if it was, 12 without the 3 on the helicopter. They don't want to clarify none of that shit. And evidently, he didn't get that far either.
Espero seguir rascando, seguir picando.
I hope to keep digging into that. Good, because we asked the same question at the beginning of this whole situation. Every time they start talking mealy-mouthed about something, we got to make sure, Find the bullshit in there.
Porque a mí me queda todavía la duda de cuántas personas fueron abatidas.
He says, "Cause I want to find out because I still have doubts about how many people were killed along with the drug lord that day." I agree. See, we ain't crazy. We over here thinking about the same shit that these journalists is thinking about. We asking the right question.
Definitivamente, Antonio, entonces a ti no te queda duda de que efectivamente.
So to you, you don't have no doubt
es el Mencho,
that it is indeed el Mencho.
Está muerto. Te lo pregunto
Who is dead.
Porque como bien decías al inicio, fuiste de los primeros.
I asked you this because, as you rightly said at the beginning, you were one of the first
que salió a dudar, a decir, no
to criticize and express doubt, saying we don't know.
Se han muerto varios capos 2-3 veces.
Several drug dealers have died 2 or 3 times.
Y nunca lo supimos.
Claro, y también por la cerrazón, Luis, del gobierno.
Meaning people faking their death. He said, and also because of the reason, Luis, from the government.
Mostrarnos una fotografía. Ahora que yo pude
ver, it's more of the reason why they showed us the photographs.
Entiendo por qué.
Now that I've seen them, I understand why.
Es una confrontación contra uno de los cárteles más poderosos, pues no es.
It's a confrontation against one of the most powerful cartels.
Que a las puertas del Mundial de Fútbol quiera el gobierno. Sin embargo, creo que esta
because it's not something the government wants on the eve of the World Cup. However, I think this operation was carried out due to a lot of pressure from the United States, right? What upper echelon be saying? You put pressure on one, they put pressure on the other.
Por mucha presión de obtener resultados.
A lot of pressure to get results.
Recordemos que también Estados Unidos es organizador.
Because remember that the United States is also the organizer of the World Cup. Or the main organizer.
Entonces, confrontar de manera moral, por así decirlo.
So they morally confronted them, so to speak.
Al Cártel Jalisco con la divulgación de unas fotografías donde se ve a su líder. Al Cártel Jalisco con la divulgación de unas fotografías.
They didn't want to confront them by releasing the leader of the 4 letters photographs.
Donde se ve a su líder abatido,
showing their leader killed.
Pues creo que hubiera causado mucho más caos.
I think it would have caused much more chaos.
Creo que confrontar de esa manera al cártel que se creía protegido, eso hay que señalar.
I think confronting a cartel that thought it was protected in that way, that needs to be pointed out. He on their ass right now.
Se creían protegidos, el Mencho no.
They thought they were protected.
En ningún momento creía que iban a ir por él.
Mencho, at no point did he believe they were gonna go after him.
Tantos días en el mismo lugar.
That's why he stayed in the same place for so many days. He got comfortable. He got betrayed. But in a game of betrayal, what is betrayal? Just another part of the game.
Solo cambiándose de cabañas.
Just moving from cabin to cabin. He stood in the same place, but just moved from cabin to cabin throughout the country. The country club.
A mí lo que me dicen, lo que platicando con las fuentes.
What I'm told, what I've gathered from talking to my sources who saw these photos is that
había una alta posibilidad, Luis, de que el Mencho tomara la decisión de entregarse.
There was a high possibility that El Mencho would decide to surrender.
Esto no está confirmado.
Correct. This isn't confirmed.
Simplemente es algo que se sabía al interior.
It's simply something that was known within the cartel's leadership.
Quiero aclararlo también, Luis, quienes
which I also want to clarify.
Son los dueños del cártel, no son la gente ligada al Mencho.
That the real owners of the cartel aren't the people close to El Mencho through family or through blood ties.
Son los Queenies, son la gente de los
They're the Queenies, the Valencias.
Ellos han sido, son y serán los dueños de este cártel.
They are and will be the owners of that cartel. All right, this is a point that Upper Echelon brings to you guys on a regular basis, you know, and makes clear to people. And people say, oh, you don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He makes it clear, you know. And they say, oh, he's a hater. He wouldn't say that while he was alive. Blah blah blah. He been telling y'all that the Valencias were the ones in that cartel. That it was their shit, and Buddy was, you know, he not the owner of it. are and will be the owners of that cartel.
que la cara quieran
But obviously, the public face of it was
Cervantes.
El Mencho.
Yo sé lo que platiqué es que
I know, from what I've discussed,
tenían ni idea de que iban a ir por él, no
is that they had no idea they were going after him.
estaba preparado mentalmente para un enfrentamiento con
He wasn't mentally prepared for a confrontation
yo. Realmente
like the one that unfolded.
el gobierno federal y la Sedena lo tomaron por sorpresa.
The federal government and the Ministry of National Defense really took him by surprise.
Te ponen algún...
Ooh, that put everybody else on. That put everybody else on notice. Again, like upper echelon, like Jay Flores be saying, that put people on notice. Don't get comfortable, and everybody whose palms you greased with some money, they might come to get you right after they cash their check. You know what I mean? An 8-hour firefight would produce so many spent rounds there would have been brass everywhere. First thing I saw when the chick went into the house was there where's all the brass. I don't know that fight happened in that house. I as a matter of fact, I know that fight didn't happen in that house. That brass came from outside. Shout out Yar on the check-in, appreciate you. Tere, side note. Is Chapo Isidro, Maito Flaco not on the same side? I meant to ask, but I just remembered. Supposedly they've had a split recently. We don't know what's the truth of it and what's not. They were already separate, but they came together for this, and then though you see can't type on his phone. Thought Isidro, he is leftovers from BLO, but they did align themselves with Maito Flaco. Yeah, facts. I think Mencho's dead, but I also think there will be a lot of conspiracy theories because the government is being so secretive about the situation. He said it. He said they are about certain things. And yeah, we're going to have conspiracy theories. We've had them. They started that day. We still sifting through them, you know? But yeah, I think he's gone. The family didn't go fake mourn, bro. I don't, you know.
Estimado Antonio, que estés revelando. Pues,
does this put you at any risk, Antonio? You guys, they like to concentrate on that shit and put that shit out there.
que viste.
Revealing then that you saw firsthand the images of Mencho's body.
No, Luis, yo creo que no. Considero firmemente que
No, Luis, I don't think so.
no, porque he cumplido con mi trabajo.
I firmly believe not, because I've done my job
ética,
ethically.
y no he revelado ni revelaré las fotografías.
And I haven't revealed, nor will I reveal the photographs. If those photographs get revealed by somebody else that got them in their hand, they're going to blame you because you're the one outside talking about it.
Ni, lo
I won't reveal the photographs or anything else I was privy to.
podía revelar de esa carpeta que está abierta.
It won't be, I won't be sharing anything from that open case,
Está continuada por otras investigaciones
which is being continued by other investigations
que van contra otros personajes importantes,
involving other important figures.
de los que quizá no hemos hablado tanto como lo del Mencho, pues son los que manejan los hilos detrás de este grupo criminal, tanto como lo del Mencho, personajes importantes de
There's other investigations involving other important figures
los que quizá no hemos hablado tanto como lo del
that we haven't talked about as much as Mencho.
Mencho, pues son los que manejan los hilos detrás de este
They're the ones pulling the strings
criminal tan poderoso.
behind this powerful criminal group.
Entonces, no, Luis, creo que revelar una
So no, Luis, I think revealing a
fotografía de
photograph
de este calibre,
of this magnitude
creo que sería contravenir
would go
a lo
against
que se me ha pedido, tanto por las fuentes
what my sources have asked of me,
y también, evidentemente, contra cómo lo podría tomar
and obviously against how people
que siguió a este capo durante muchos
who
años.
followed this drug lord for many years
Entonces, no,
might
evidentemente,
perceive it. If it's not you, Papa, it's going to be somebody. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen soon. If they're out there, if he's not the only one that saw it, and he's Mr. fucking, you know, morals and integrity, cool. Somebody going to drop that shit. It'll be out there.
que no es la primera vez que tengo un trabajo de este tipo.
This isn't the first time I've had a job like this.
Siempre me he manejado con respeto a todas
I've always acted with respect for everyone.
las personas, a las víctimas, a los denunciantes,
the victims, the
o en
complainants.
este caso, incluso a el respeto al cuerpo, a
In this case, even respect for the body,
la persona que ha fallecido.
for the person who has died.
Where did you stash the bananas? I keep telling
It's your
you,
mama
they're in the
house.
sack. Oh, very funny.
Antonio, verdaderamente qué trabajazo te echaste en confirmarnos a todos que efectivamente ese cuerpo es el del Mencho. ¿Crees que
Thank you, Antonio, for confirming to us so eloquently that that body is that indeed Mencho's.
en algún momento se vayan a publicar esas imágenes? Se
Do
vayan
you think those images will ever be released? They've had this conversation already. I just told you it was going to happen. Somebody going to release that shit.
a dar, digamos, ese veto de poder ver el resto de nosotros esas imágenes?
Pues mira, si es una decisión del gobierno, creo que sería...
He said, do you think anybody will see those pictures? He said, that's a decision of the government.
Ahora que he platicado con estas personas, que he platicado...
I think now that I've spoken with these people, that I've spoken extensively,
ampliamente, que tuve la oportunidad de cuestionar,
that I've had the opportunity to question them,
creo que no sería lo correcto por parte del gobierno
I don't think it would be right for the government to release them.
Darlas a conocer. Pero sí, me hubiera gustado, y esto hago una invitación abierta
But I would have liked, and I'm making an open invitation
autoridades a que expliquen realmente el motivo, ¿no?
to authorities for them to really explain the reason
operativo, porque
for the operation.
Luis, hasta donde yo pude informarme, pues no
Because Luis, as far as I could gather,
había un fundamento jurídico. No, obviamente no quiero con esto
there wasn't a legal basis. A legal basis for what? For the operation? He's the biggest drug lord. What you mean?
un fundamento jurídico. No, obviamente no quiero con esto defender o que mi postura
Obviously, I don't want to defend anyone or make it seem
sea que defiendo a nadie.
like I'm defending any criminal. You kept calling him the boss.
Algún grupo criminal,
I'm not defending any. I don't want to make it seem like I'm defending any criminal group.
pero pues sí que el gobierno explicara, ¿no? Cómo
But I would like the government to explain how these decisions are made. I already told you how they're made. They know where everybody's at. It's when it works for them. When the pressure's on them, they say, you know what, hit that button. And they hit a button on them. No? Tell me I'm wrong.
que se toman estas
How are these? He said, I want the government to explain how these decisions are made. Good luck with that.
decisiones, si tiene que ver con el mundial,
Is it related to the World Cup?
tiene que ver con algún otro tipo de, o si sabían que había riesgo
Is there some other reason? And did they know there was a risk
en la población,
to the population
mientras estaban los operadores y el Mencho en este lugar.
while the operators and Mencho were in this place? He's on the run. Ain't he a wanted man? Ain't there millions on his back? What more excuse you need? What's this guy asking for? No, the government decides when they're ready to go and they go. That's it.
O sea, vaya porque me da la impresión de que
Because I get the impression that
no sé si haya sido la mejor decisión abatir en estos momentos
I don't know if it was the best decision
o sea, a un capo de tal envergadura
to take down a drug lord of such magnitude
y máxime si en el
at this time, especially since there was.
si no había ningún tipo de el capo no sabía, el capo vaya, lo que te he dicho Luis, no
He didn't know. He had no clue. The drug lord, as I told you, he didn't know. What is this guy talking about now?
no esperaba este
He wasn't expecting this confrontation. What do you want them to do? Give him a call? Hey, Papa, we cashed that check that you sent us today? Yeah, we cashed that. You know what I mean? But we on your ass in about 2 hours, all right? Strictly business. Boom. That's what you want them to do? They did what they do, how they do it. The cartels ain't explaining to you what their decision-making process is. Fuck out of here.
enfrentamiento estaba en aras de entregar a Estados Unidos.
He was in the process. Okay, now that's different. Now, if you're saying that, hey, he was in the process of surrendering to the United States, all right, now that gives it a different wrinkle. But otherwise, they don't need no justification. They're going to do what the fuck they do when they do what they do. That's it.
Entonces, ahí sí, pues me gustaría que el gobierno explicara cómo se toman estas
I would like the government to explain how these decisions are made.
decisiones y si no abatir a estos tipos de capos en estas circunstancias,
And if not taking down these drug lords in these circumstances, well,
pues nos deja con más zozobra, con más
it
incertidumbre.
leaves us with more uncertainty.
¿Sí? de la que teníamos antes de que tomara esta decisión.
than we had before this decision
Efectivamente, de
was made.
nuevo, Antonio, primero que nada, gracias por tu
All right, shout out
tiempo.
Antonio
Gracias por
Nieto
esta-
and shout out to what does JP call him? Luis Enano. Shout out Luis Chaparro. Let me get this down. Shout out Velez. You ain't think they'll leave this dude leaking agua de Jamaica? They knocked out El Pirata just for talking too much. Yeah. I mean, the Pirata shit was different. Like, that was, you know, he dedicated that video. This one's for you. You know? I don't know, man. I think these guys got other fucking fish to fry. And what did Dude do? Dude confirmed that the man's gone. If he's alive, why'd they burn down the city? So I don't know, man. It's like when Tropito hits the missile launch button. Yeah, they hit the button. When they ready, they hit a button, man. They got the face on it. Boop. Today is him. Dude, FBI top wanted. He talking about what basis did they have for an arrest? Yeah, easy. I think the images will come out eventually, most likely once the situation dies down. Absolutamente. Sam, shout out to Sam on the check-in. Absolutely. There's no way. Especially if he's seen them, that means other people have seen them. That means other people have screenshotted them. It's in somebody's possession. Antonio, good looking on those answers. I mean, yeah, if they're answers, but now we know there's another woman supposedly, so we'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. So being strange. And I didn't know he had daughters. Now we got what? A new count on how many children he had? Did anybody else know he had young daughters from this woman that supposedly came to see him? That come from a, what they say, an influential family, a family with some money on that side? I don't know, man. I had no clue that he had young children. I don't know if they're young either. I don't know, man. Everybody talking bullshit. It's all lies. All right, we made it through that. Those pictures will come out though. I don't doubt it a little bit. Humans, man, humans can't hold water. Definitely those pictures are gonna come out. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Let's get to 35 if we try. All right, man. Y'all got any questions or comments on this topic? I'm going to lay it to rest and move on to the next one. All right, we've been here an hour and a half. Been on topic directamente for an hour and 15 minutes. All right, shout out JP and his hashtags. Shout out the usual suspects, the wrenches, the members. Shout out Nando. Bearded Mencho was a dog. All right. Bearded Mencho was out there getting it. Right? He was getting it. This next, I'm doing a whole lot of translation for the nation over here. This is for all my people that be driving and listening and can't read the subtitles and shit like that. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I also feel like there's been enough talk about Barbie and Craig Pettis and all of those connections, and I want to dig into that. Now, we've covered Barbie on this channel before. Right, y'all have seen me count them for being thirsty after getting caught, but being known to torture people. I just think there's irony in that. And I've been wanting to translate his. Damn, Theta, you make it sound like I'm boring and shit. I got sleepy all of a sudden. That's them fucking nachos. Salute. Catch a nap. Replay game. I've wanted to La Barbie's Interrogation, right? For a long time. I've wanted to translate Barbie's Interrogation for a long time. You know, everybody comes in there with their favorite cartel superhero. And, that shit's kind of funny to me. Because these guys do a lot of shit that's not so gangster. Okay? I mean, we saw people wearing the polo shirt that this guy had on, you know? The famous green polo shirt with the big horse on it, right? People started wearing that shit when they saw him locked up, smiling for the cameras. But did they know he instantly sat down and gave 30 minutes worth of testimony right there on the spot in front of cameras? And if they know and they didn't care, then they picking and choosing, and I ain't trying to hear the bullshit.
Bullshit. Mm-hmm.
Shout out Teddy. That's it. I ate too much. You're never boring. I'm just talking shit. Salute. Shout out Kilo. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Thanks for the great shows you always do. I love listening to all of them while I work. Salute. Get that money. Million. Glad I could help you at work. I've had days where I get help from other podcasts at work, so it's a beautiful thing. Let's see. Take a cafecito? Shit. Should be up till tomorrow. So yeah, I want to translate his interrogation. I wanted to do this before, and then I ran into a story that we'll probably get to after I get to this. After I get to this interrogation that covers fashion, cartel fashion. I just think it's funny, man. I just think it's hilarious how these guys can do the perp walk in front of the cameras. Everybody want to wear what they're wearing. Not 2 seconds later, that same shirt, that same guy is sitting there spilling the beans. Nobody bats an eye. Nobody that cheerleads for these criminals. You know, it's crazy to me. I don't got a problem with. I have a problem with people that break the law for the reasons. For the reasons that some people do break the law. I don't like people that abuse power. I don't like people that bully anything weaker than them. And some of y'all honor that shit and call it gangster. That shit ain't gangster to me. I just think it's hilarious that they be like, no snitching, no snitching, no snitching. They want to wear the guy's shirt. But the moment the guy sat down, boom. Spilling the beans. Straight to jail.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail, right away. You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
Shout out Judy. Barbie always seemed weird to me. What seemed weird about him? He's a little off in this interrogation, but again, it's an interrogation. You know, he got beans to spill, and he's busy. His mind is everywhere. He got cuffs on and shit. U.S. born and wanted to be in the cartel. Guess what? What happened? I don't got a problem with somebody selling some dope and making some money, man. All right? There's going to be addicts. There's going to be dealers. I have a problem with somebody that wants to stand on somebody's neck and extort somebody and, hurt kids and, you know what I'm saying? This dude's doing more time for weed in prison than murderers. So, U.S. born and wanted to be in the cartel. Close. In Texas, so he's close to it. I don't know if he had family connection. He played football. I don't know how he came about, but yeah, he went there. And then he ended up somewhere else. I wonder if Barbie and Jenny Rivera conspiracy theories were true. We covered that on this channel a very long time ago. And it's something to look at. Now that we're going to be looking into him more, we'll look into it more. I don't understand why they call him Barbie. Because he's the pretty boy, blonde American, and all those guys do is shit on each other. That's just more of what Jay Flores tries to tell y'all about how thinly veiled the ignorance and the violence is in that world. You know what I'm saying? You get into a fucking argument about nothing because somebody's constantly trying to treat you. Those guys give each other, gay names. names of women, shit like that. I think a lot of that shit comes from joking. Some of it probably comes from cold words, but I think a lot of that comes from you know, shit talking somebody, and then they stick. Ah, mira la Barbie, you know, the pretty boy. They just weren't gonna go as far as calling him Ken. Now you can't be a man. We gotta emasculate you. Y'all talking about La Barbie from Laredo? Is there another one out? I don't know. Shout out Judy, blonde appearance. Maybe he was a CIA plant. Shout out Al. My cousin went to school with him. Were they friends? Tell him we want to know everything he knows. It seemed to me like he was telling long before that sit down. He seemed so comfortable, didn't he? Seemed so comfortable. It wasn't hard. Laredo, Texas is basically Mexico. Yeah, he was close enough. He could jump the fence. And did Barbie flee to Mexico after he was indicted in the U.S.? I don't know. Light skin, blue eyes, Judy. That part I get, but he has failed. Well, they thought he was a heartthrob in his old when he had hair in his old videos and shit. It was that heartthrob boy, the Barbie. He definitely was failed. Laredo's basically all Mexican. They speak Spanglish or Spanish there, yeah. That's why Trompito's trying to take away the birthright citizenship, and now the new 4CNG leader. I get where you're getting at there. Because Mexican and Latin people are obsessed with being light-skinned. His sister is state's attorney out in Texas. Coño, man. Connected. Okay? He got connections. My dad's side lives there. My brother lives there. Salute to Laredo. Let's get it, man. Let's get to La Barbie's, let's get to La Barbie's, what's it called? His interrogation. Shout out Dado. Shout out Tere. Seems like everyone's obsessed with light skin. I love my brown skin. Motherfuckers have been indoctrinated in this country. Shout out Judy. Very comfortable. Definitely could have been a plant. He ratted right away, but they give him so much props. Super gangster. We like La Barbie, but he did the same thing everybody you shit on did. What are you talking about? So, not you, but I'm saying those people. Salutes. Let's get it. Dang. I wonder how valuable information Barbie gave that they put him into Witsex years after being brought to the U.S. I mean, who knows? He probably been talking that whole time, but yeah, I don't know. He got a state's attorney, you know, a U.S. state's attorney sister, so. I don't know. That's something else to look into, OT. What's up with the Israelis Barbie's worked with? Guys with the small hats out there moving work for real? Gotta look into it. I think La Barbie did go to Mexico because he was indicted in the U.S. He was able to make connections with Arturo Beltran Leyva once he was in Mexico. Oh, so he made the move the way the twins did then, huh? Shit got hot over here. Had to go over there. Barbie was more of a Sicario. Right, a Sicario that moves from work. That's how I've heard it explained. Isn't he serving a 40-year term? I mean, that's what they call it. Nando, you got to teach me how to, maybe I got to find a video or something. Somebody got to teach me how to maneuver through Pacer. Can't find shit. Salutes. Juice boxes? What the fuck is you talking about? Let's get it. Interview with Edgar Valdez Villarreal, alias La Barbie, 31st of August, 2010. Did you ever see about that dude that stole 50K from the cartel on the Mexico side, then was... then was live with them and was living with them and saying he wasn't scared because he was on Laredo, Texas side. A few hours later, they picked him up and never seen him again. I feel like I heard about that. I feel like years ago, though, a while ago. Let me know on the weekend. Salutes. I know how to maneuver that shit. Let's get it.
¿Cuál es su nombre?
Edgar Valdez Villarreal.
What's your name? Edgar Valdez Villarreal. How old are you? 37. Do you have a nickname? The Barbie. Where were you born? Laredo, Texas. What do you do? See, some of these I'm gonna have to turn on the audio. I wanna hear his awkwardness.
¿A qué se dedica?
¿A qué se dedica? What do you do?
Narcotráfico.
Boy, he didn't even want to say that shit. He said, narcotráfico. He sounded like President Seidelbaum right there. I was a drug trafficker. I used to sell drugs. That's what he sounded like. Oh, like FaceTime. So he was live with them and they snatched him up? Crazy. Was he the one they have video crossing the border to Mexico and never seen again? Quite possibly. I read that he started selling drugs during high school. He got indicted. And that's when he left for Mexico. He basically became like the main sicario for Arturo Beltran Leiva. No, I got the account. It's just finding what I want and getting to where it's a whole thing for me. He did not want to say he was a narco trafficker, but he said it. Boy, he swallowed them words, but he said it, narcotráfico. Narcotráfico.
¿Formó parte de alguna organización en el pasado?
Era amigo de Arturo Beltrán.
Were you a part of an organization in the past? I was a friend of Arturo Beltran Leiva. Nah, shout out Gio. I can handle this one on my own. But he was in the chat. One of them was in the chat, so it's all right. We good. All the money moving product. They probably get paid in product too. Who knows? Let's get it. Were you part of any organization in the past? I was a friend of Arturo Beltran Leiva. Who introduced him to you? Jaime Valdez. How did you adapt to the rhythm that Arturo Beltran gave you? Sometimes I watched him every day. I was going, I was coming. I worked on my own thing. Hold on, man. I need to hear him a little bit. Oh, that is true. Shout out Tere for remembering. Sometimes I can't connect the dots. According to recent paperwork from Mencho's cartel, they make 4,000 pesos a week. Coño, man.
Él a veces diario. No, pues yo lo miraba a veces diario.
I used to see him every day, sometimes.
Iba, yo me iba, o sea, yo trabajaba mis cosas, él nunca trabajaba. Muchas, 3 veces trabajé con él.
I worked my own things. Sometimes I worked with him, maybe 3 times on his things.
En cosas de él, ¿verdad? Pero no, yo trabajaba mis
But I worked on my own.
cosas solo.
He's sweating and shit.
¿Y cuál era el interés de que usted lo conociera?
And what was the interest for you to meet him? I want to be able to read this without stopping it. Y'all can hear me over there pretty good? Let's get it.
Que supuestamente hablaba con los Zetas y que me iban a arreglar ahí. Buscando.
And remember, they're editing, they're cutting, there's shit that they're cutting out that we're not getting. You'll see little jumps. Some you may notice, some you may not. He said, damn, you can't get me out of bed for 4,000 pesos.
¿Y cuál era el interés de que usted lo conociera?
What was the interest for you to meet him?
Que supuestamente hablaba con los Zetas y que me iban a arreglar.
That he
ahí,
supposedly
que
talked
me
with the
iban a-
Zetas and they were going to fix things with them so that they would stop looking for me.
Y él le arregló una cita para
And he made an appointment
yo ir a ver a Ociel.
for me to go see Ociel to Matamoros.
¿A Héctor Beltrán Leiva?
Did you know Hector Beltran Leiva? I do know Hector. How do you know him? Because I saw him sometimes with Arturo.
¿Llegó a hacer algún trabajo con él?
No, I never got along with him. Or she asked if he did deals with her. I'm just dialing in this. I'm dialing in this audio over here for y'all and for me. We good. Did Jay meet him? I believe he did. I believe he saw him. I don't know. I don't remember. Do you know Hector Beltran Leiva? I do know Hector. Because I saw him sometimes with Arturo. Did you get to do any work with him? No, I never got along with him. Did you know Sergio? Who the fuck? Villarreal? Barragan. Someone who was called. How did you get along with him? At first it was fine, and then when the Arturo thing happened, well, no more. He took his side, and we didn't talk after that. Is that when Arturo Beltran was killed in December? That's right. What happened when they found out he died? That I had betrayed him. They think that I betrayed him. It must have been 3 or 4 months without seeing him because I know he wanted to kill me. Why did he want to kill you? When he was bad, when he was on drugs, he wanted to kill me, and when he wasn't, he talked to me nicely. So I kept putting him off. Yeah, I'm busy. I'm just busy, and I never got close to him. How did you find out about his death? Before he died, he spoke to me on the phone. What did he say? I was telling him to turn himself in because he was already dead, and he says, no, he was not going to turn himself in. Did you speak to him when the operative was in place? When the operation was in place? No, did you speak to him when the operative was in place? What operative? Oh, they still, okay, during the operation. It just translated it directly instead of, okay. Yes, I spoke to him during the operation. They still hadn't entered his apartment, but he said that he was surrounded. That they were going to fight. And he asked me to send people. And what did you do? No. I didn't send anything. I didn't do anything. When you tell him it's better for him to turn himself in, what did he say? He said he'd rather die. He said they wouldn't give in, and then he handed the phone to someone else who was there, and he told them that he wasn't going to let anyone leave. Did he take a lot of drugs? Yes. At the end, when he was with me, when we were together, he never took drugs. But at the end, for almost a year and a half, he was doing a lot of drugs. Why? Do you know? He said, well, because of his brother. I don't know. The pressure. I don't know why. The truth is, I don't know. He's in such cooperation mode. He don't know, you know, in his mind it's like, if I don't have the answer, I feel like I still got to say something. That's in the cooperation mode he's in. Right there, he got to catch himself like, wait, I don't even have an answer for that, bro. I don't even know what to tell you. During Felipe Calderon's presidency, they would interview all of the drug lords that they captured. So there are a lot of interviews on YouTube of different drug lords at that time. Yeah, we're going to be covering them. We're going to be covering them. Just the biggest ones first, though. I was out and about when Shai surprised us with the live, so it took me a while to get home. Salute. Glad you're home safely. Valdez's first arrest came at the age of 19 in Texas. He was charged with criminally negligent homicide for running over a middle school counselor with his truck while speeding down a Laredo street. Oh, he can't get right. He one of those? Who was also in a way close to Arturo Beltran? Who do you know? El Borrado and MP. How did they work with him? They received the boats and stuff like that. Do you know Geraldo Alvarez, who was nicknamed El Indio? Yes, my good friend. Who else did you get to know while you were inside the world of narco world? Damn, boy, he getting out. Hey, y'all seen that? Boy, it's time to get to the names of the living ones at this point. The ones that are alive, okay? It's time to get to those names. We talked about Arturo. He was a big dog, right? But now it got to the names, the big boy names, and watch his body language. Fucking, yo. Chapo Mayo. El Azul. How do you know Chapo? At a meeting. The last one who gave the control, Arturo agreed that the Zetas would only talk to Arturo. And that if something was wrong, Arturo would fix it. They jumped from they're cutting shit. They're jumping from conversation, I think, to conversation. We'll see. All right. He said he met Chapo at a meeting. Then it said the last one who gave the control, period. Arturo agreed that the Zetas would only talk to Arturo. And that if something was wrong, Arturo would fix it. Then the envy started and he had issues again. Envy. Okay, he had issues with Chapo over envy. Envy between who? Between Arturo and Chapo and Mayo. Nacho Coronel, all of them. That fool calling out names. Calling out names. he collaborated with the DEA and the FBI when he was drug trafficking. I don't doubt it. Before he left, I don't doubt it. How long did it last after your second meeting before the peace was broken? Well, with others, so far we have not fought with them. We're not friends, but there's a pact that we do not fight. Although sometimes they do things. It's always they do things, but we hear that, right? This is 2010. We've been hearing about what they do since 2010. It's 2026 out this bitch. And what do I always say? They always blame them. So either they're all lying on them, or some of them are lying on them, or they are the best masterminds that ever did this horrible fucking game. You know what I mean? Although sometimes they do things, but everything is at a standstill right now with them. They are fighting for Culiacan and over there with Chapo and Vicente right now. Who's the first not to respect the agreement? He's going to say Chapo. Oh, it all started with Juarez. They didn't want JL1, the one who managed the people and things, for Vicente Carrillo. And they had supposedly told me that they were gonna make arrangements with Vicente to be able to pass through Juarez. Then they started fighting because they were glaring at each other. Hard stairs? Huh? We tear it down about hard stairs and shit. We can burn it all down. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. If we've entertained you for more than 5 minutes, we've earned your like. All right? Please hit that like button. Let's get to 35. Yeah, he said ugly looks. And they'd start fighting. They just started to fight because that's how it is. Ain't this what Jay's always telling y'all? It's not. It's a game of anything can happen, man. Motherfucker wake up on the wrong side of the bed. You stuffed in a tire somewhere. Somebody trying to light you up, you know? He said because it's how it is. They started fighting because that's how it is. But when you say they start fighting, what did they start doing? What I know is that Chapo brought in people. I mean, he didn't respect the pact. So there it is. He said Chapo. His body is freaking out on him. You see him? His body's freaking out on him. Chapo didn't respect the pact. But did he start killing first? But did it start killing or what did it start? They want specifics, Papa. Spit it out. He started to get people killed and said he didn't. And it was his people. Listen, this is a notorious tactic that we hear from them. And not just from them. Most people do this. They do some shit and then they deny it. They hide their hand. It is what it is. So they talked and talked and talked. There were many meetings. But that was never settled. Because they didn't agree to that. The people below told me and that the people below were the ones fighting each other. The people of Chapo with them and so on. And that's how they started fighting. When Arturo Beltran dies, does the situation become even more complicated? No. It was already done. And the Zetas a danger to you? He said yes, because they do not have respect. The truth is they are filthy. Which one of y'all ain't filthy? So there's levels to filth. I got a certain level of filth. You may have a different level of filth. These guys, they got a level of filth, and then they want to call somebody else a betrayer. They want to call somebody else a murderer. They want to call somebody else a kidnapper. They're dirty. He said, I don't even think their moms love them. Do you know Esparagosa, El Azul? By sight. I do know him, yes. Here it is. That's another thing. People like to come in and say, this one, they were so in, and they talked to this one and talked to that one, and this one and that one, and you ain't shit because you ain't seen this one or you ain't talked to that one. These guys just saw shit, man. They ain't really talked to certain motherfuckers. You know? At a certain level, they probably guys that they say, vaya buscas las cocas, right? But go get the cokes. But somebody probably tells it to them, you know? So, he says he knew Azul by sight. When was this and where? He came to a meeting. He came 2 or 3 times to eat in Cuernavaca. How did you meet Ignacio Coronel? You know, one of the times we went with Chapo, he was there too. And on another occasion, he came to a meeting of his. He also had a meeting. But did you have a chance to talk to him? Yes, we did talk. What did you used to talk about? No, well, he said we should give it our best. That he was going to support us. Just like El Chapo. He said he was going to send us $1 million. In every meeting, he told us he was going to send us $1 million. But he never sent anything, not even $5. Again, this is something we hear from who? We hear this from a lot of people on their knees getting ready to be ended. Right? And when they make these videos, these people say, oh, so-and-so was going to give me some bread. They didn't give me shit. This is not one of those guys on their knees. This is a guy that people cheer for, right? Well, there he is. This is a guy people say was a big guy. Well, there he is saying the same thing. They promised us $1 million and they didn't send us shit. All right? There's a million ways to get paid nowadays. Stay out the game. And Vicente Carrillo Fuentes was the same? And he said, him, I don't know. He sent a representative. He talked on the radio with Arturo and Vicente. Why were you being so careful? Why didn't you like teaming up with others? Is it better to work alone? I've always worked alone. Is it better? Yes. You don't take orders from anyone. You do. What type of drugs did you handle and in what quantity? First marijuana and then cocaine. Where did you get it from? Buying it. But who did you buy it from? The people of Colombia. Within the business you had, did you ever send people to Guatemala or Belize? No. Panama. To Panama? What for? To have an office there. And in this world of drug trafficking, why handle these types of videos? Why handle mantas, the blankets that they hang off of the bridges with the messages? She goes, because, I don't know, but I imagine you've met several mantas. So people don't think I'm losing or that I don't have any more. Oh, so she's saying, why you put out these videos? Why you putting up these mantas? I don't know what he was doing. To make people look bad so that the people who go with them get scared and so on. And you came to do the same? Mantas, yes. Blankets, yes. Where did you place them and who were they for? to Hector Beltran and for El Grande. Why? Why for them? Because they were the ones who were attacking me. If it had circulated some photos of you, we wouldn't know if it was really you or not with the woman. What? Do you see him on the news? Or do you see them on the news? And was it you? All right, she's asking about a picture that was on the news. Policía Federal. I'm a federale.
Tango el gato, los pantalones.
Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. All right, we still here. Let's get it. Killed somebody before, got away with it. His father was going to send him to college, but he started selling MJ. He collaborated with the DEA and the FBI when he was drug trafficking. I don't doubt it. It's pretty crazy. Barbie's son and daughter are just normal people who live in Texas. There's an interview with his son. Yes, I believe we did a video on it. I didn't even know he had kids. Yeah, I had a video. I did a video about how his son was trying to stay away from his father's legacy. Meanwhile, he's doing interviews about his father's legacy. And my thought was that's not a very good way to stay away from your father's fucking legacy. But, you know, what do I know? Let's get it. Do you know Geraldo Alvarez, who was nicknamed El Indio? Yeah, he's my friend. Did you go out and have fun together? So they edited that together because they asked him that earlier. What did you usually do together? We'd go to clubs or restaurants with mariachis. What places did you like? I like clubs. I was a club person. Like which ones? All the ones that were, you know, the new ones. What area? In Bosques. And what kind of restaurants did you like? All of them. Which were your favorite? Damn, she on his ass about the restaurants, boy. She hungry or something? What the fuck is wrong with this lady? I don't got one exactly. I went to a lot. Like, lady. For example, the last time you were somewhere with mariachis, god damn. She's trying to get to something. She got something she want to know. She's trying to stick him to something. And Interlomas was the last place I went. What was the place called? I don't remember. It's right across from La Valentina. And at that time, were you with El Indio? We met up there, had drinks. Did people know who you were? The staff? No, I don't think so. We closed the place, but I don't know. I guess they might have suspected something was up. Well, I mean, if you close the place, they know something is up, bro. If you close the place, they know you got some juice going on. Shout out to Kino on the check-in salutes. But they didn't know who we were. Okay, I guess. How much did you pay to close the place? Just the bill, whatever we ordered. We would go there and drink with friends. What kind of music do you like? Everything. But mostly? Norteña. And is it common for you to hire norteño bands at parties? Yeah. Known ones? Who'd you hire? Well, everyone at the party that day were friends. Who? Ramon Ayala. Well, all the ones there. All the norteños. They're your friends? Yeah, not all, but some are basically friends. Friends who aren't traffickers or anything, just friends. But they did know what you did. Eventually, yeah, I mean, in the U.S., I'd see them, but some singers were killed a while back. You know why? Because they were different groups. Different cartels, right? And then the other one has them killed because they didn't play for them or whatever. That's so stupid. That sounds like the boredest criminal mind, the weakest fucking ego. You played for that guy, but you don't play for me, I'm going to smoke the shit out of you. Fuck you. It's crazy. Yeah, just stupid stuff. See, he can say it and I can't. It was stupid shit. He said that's how it goes. You got any examples you can share? He's like, how so? A singer you know who was killed by a rival cartel for not performing for them? The ones that you guys know. Sergio Verga might have been killed. He came here to sing. Because he came here to sing. But I think it was Chapo. Not sure who, or if he didn't play somewhere else. So he said, I don't know if that was Chapo, huh? Do you know JJ? Yes, I know him. How do you know him? Does he work for you? No, he works alone, but for a while. He lived in Nuevo Laredo. And when I came to the state of Mexico, he came. He also came because he came too. They knew he was my friend, and they also wanted to kill him. I never worked with him over there and here in Mexico. He was with me, but later he went on his own way. And I supported him. If he needed something, I would give him a hand. Did you find out about the attack on Salvador Cabañas? Yes. Did he talk to you? Who? JJ? Yes, he talked to me. What did he tell you about the situation? About what happened? I told him not to be out in the streets. And from what he said, right, that's how it happened. But what did he tell you when he called? He's annoyed with her asking questions that she's not really digging. Look at what he said fresh off the plane for whatever these, what y'all said. Y'all said this was Calderon's way of, he would get these guys and he would make them do this interview. This interview ain't shit. He spilled a lot of beans in this interview. Just imagine what he's done behind closed doors. I only found out the next day because it was already dawn. I scolded him, but he already done what he did. I don't know what situation he's talking about. That's something else to look into. But he had already done what he did. They were friends, those two, but that day Cabañas was in a bad mood. That's it. That's all it takes. They started arguing. And you scolded him, and what happened with JJ? What did he do? Well, afterwards, I put him in one of my offices. Where? In Atizapan. He stayed for about 3 months. In Panama, in Colombia, I have work. What do you have in Colombia? I have work. What do you mean by work? Well, I have investments there in Colombia. What do you invest in? In the work I do. But is it drugs? Yes, drugs. Was Colombia's drugs better? No, well, everything comes from there. What route did you operate? Yeah, she's a dummy for asking that question. Was Colombia's coke better? I don't know. What do I know? Everything comes from there. What route did you operate? Panama and Mexico. How did you move so much cash? Well, it would come in cash from the United States. How was the money sent? In a trailer. Where would they usually put it? In the box. It said there's a movie about you. Yes, that's right. Have you seen it? I've seen part of it. I seen part of it too, and that shit's ridiculous.
No, mommy, it's
It's pretty fucking ridiculous, man. Who made it? I had it made. Sergio had nothing to do with it. They claim that he paid a payroll payment for it. It's also a lie. He paid for it. So we hear about these guys. He was revolutionizing the game. He was stepping it up a notch. All right. See, we've heard of these guys paying for corridos to be made to feed their egos. He was taking it to another level. We about to make this movie, y'all.
No, mommy, it's wet.
Shit's crazy. He was about to pay for the movie. Mencho killed that young team that was messed up. Yeah, pirata. U.S. has been financing the cartel for decades. Indeed. The claim that he paid a payroll payment's also a lie. So he's protecting his whoever the production partner was. He said, I don't have to deny it. It's not true, right? Everything in that movie? You don't believe me? Is everything in that movie true? The lady asks. Not everything is true. It still hasn't come out because did you check what's in it? Not everything, because I saw it when they were just making it. I saw all the cuts. How come they were going to make a movie about you? It ain't a they, it's a him. What do you mean, lady? I'm going to give me my producer credit. I'm going to make a movie about me. Hit that like button if you have yet to do so. Let's get to 40. Salutes. The movie's so ridiculous that it's hard to watch. It's worse than a Tubi movie. It's early Tubi. Sometimes they don't check you going in, especially one border, but it deserted. Lots of people don't go through there because it's afraid and lonely. We go through there. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Salutes. How come they were going to make a movie about you? I was making a movie, lady. Look at him. He's disgusted. He's like, what you mean they, lady? It's me. I don't know. I just felt like making it for the heck of it. Who did you hire? Honestly, I don't really remember. But someone wrote the script, right? The people from the movie did. Did you read it? Yes, I did. What was supposed to happen with this movie? It was going to be released as a normal movie, but it wasn't exactly about me. But since it came out that everything was real, I decided not to release it. How much did you pay for it? $200,000. Movies ain't cheap, bro. They're expensive. $200,000. That one right there, it looks like a, like a $15,000 movie, but it be like that. And did anything happen to the producer since it was leaked that it was about you? Nah, no one knows who made it. I mean, the actors do, but the people don't. Even I don't know where the movie is. But if I wanted to find it, I would know where to look. He's like, in case y'all want to see it. In case y'all want to see it, if you want to see it, I can find that shit. Just let me know if you want to see my movie, man. Where would you look? Well, that's the thing. I don't really remember. Well, you just said you could. Fuck are you talking about? These pictures. People saw these pictures, right? At that time. With his shirt. With his smirk. Look at him. He's a super gangster. But they didn't know he sat down and gave a whole interview where he implied a whole bunch of people and implicated a whole bunch of people and a whole bunch of shit. And that was just the appetizer. Stop picking and choosing. All these guys snitch, man. But you want to wear his shirt. Fuck out of here. All the kids were like, he's the shit. He's the shit. Look at him. He's a gangster. He looks tired. Like he don't even want to be there. He's so unbothered. Meanwhile, he's unbothered because he's tired. He just did a whole lot of talking. What's the name of the movie? I believe we've shown some of it before. Let me see if I find it. Hold on. See if I find it. Motherfuckers like, he's so cold they made a movie about him. No, they didn't. It's called American Sicario. Alright? American Sicario. I see Danny Trejo on the cover. Danny Trejo on the cover. Felipe Haddad. So a Mexican didn't even play him. All right, hold on, let me pull this up. All right, a Mexican didn't play him. All right, who's Eric? I guess that's the main character. Haddad, that's not a Mexican name. All right, look, Danny Trejo. All right, Maurice Comte, he's good. Dion Bosco's good. I don't know what Regan Machado's doing here. This guy's a jiu-jitsu master. Salute to Regan. All right, but maybe it's something to check out. Something to suffer through on my film channel, huh? This is crazy. I made a movie for myself, bro. Nah, he definitely not Miklo. He made a few trends, the shirt and the videos. But did the trend come from this image or was the trend of the polo shirts before this? Right? The videos, I don't know the videos. Tell me what the videos were, Al the Pal. What videos was he doing? But my question is, was the trend because of this shirt? Because he snitched in this shirt. Alright? Y'all gotta stop this bullshit. Stop this picking and choosing. Stop being mad. Alright? He snitched in that shirt. Y'all wanted to rock that shit. Alright? Shout out Pure Art. Pure Art wanted that shirt. Shout out Gio. The polo shirt and JJ's blue polo were popular at that time. He snitched in that shirt. Nobody wanted to talk about that part. Shout out Pure Art. He wanted that shirt. I bet you did. I bet you did. Yeah, American Sicario. That's it, y'all. I'm going to tell you right now, that is where you can find it. Where could you find it? I don't see it nowhere. I'll find it and put it in the Discord. Ross got that short too. It makes sense. Officer Ricky, it makes sense. Oh shit, that's his movie? I watched it on Tubi. Only watched like 15 minutes and thought it was stupid. It'd be like that. Videos. He was the first one kind of do the murder on video and put it on sites. Like from the Mexicans. Okay. So that was his trend? Buena cosa? Get the fuck out of my face with this guy. Everybody, I want that shirt. He snitched in that shirt, man. Real quick. Right there. He snitched in that motherfucker. All right. Shout out Zorada. I looked for it. I'm going to watch it. I never seen it. We're going to see if you make it through it. All right. I'm going to try to make it through it too. All right. I'm going to give it a shot too. I want to see if they show him snitching in the movie. Or do we leave that part out? Shout out Zorada said it's on Prime. That is on Prime. Shout out Big June on the check-in. Probably would have watched it on fast forward. 2 times speed. Listen, man, does it matter to everybody that all these kids that jumped to wear this shirt, that he was snitching in this shirt? Oh, man. They're like, he's so gangster, so gangster, so gangster. He was fucking cagao. That's a nervous smile, man. Shout out, y'all. We talked about it with Jay earlier. I want to try to find the Vicente call, but I didn't get to listen to the whole thing because I'm going to do it here. I'd rather do it here. I listened to some of it yesterday while I was outside. Gotti movie pretty good. They show Sammy Bull snitching. Which one you talking about? The one with Armand Asante? Very underrated movie. They try to portray him as a drug lord. No, he was a drug dealer, but they didn't portray him as the guy in the polo shirt that said everything about everything and about everybody. John Travolta one, I felt like that one was underrated. I feel like John Travolta caught a bad rap for that one. I got to try that one again and see how it works. But Al the Pal, if you haven't seen the original Gotti movie with Armand Asante, that's the one. That's the one, dog. Classic. They're asking questions. I really don't care what the government had to say. That was a great find. Yeah. Salutes to you, y'all. I appreciate you. Thank you for helping push the content forward. The one with John Travolta as John Gotti, I liked it. Yeah, I felt like people gave it a bad rap, but I felt like it was decent. But it isn't the Armand Asante one, dog. Watch that one. Find that one, dog. It's good. Real good. Again, it depends on what you like, but I would say that's the number one Gotti movie. He looked like the devil on here. Nah. He looked like he was talking. They're asking, they want to know who he sent to be assassinated. They want answers. Shout out Anna Lexi. Damn, been a while since I caught her live. Salutes. You might have to catch the replay on this. We've been here 2.5 hours. Salutes. Al Pal said, John Gotti's daughter stamped me. What you mean she stamped you, man? How the twins in the Barbie movie. The Barbie snitched on the twins. I don't know. That movie sucks so bad. I don't know how Barbie even approved of it, pure art. He just threw up the money and he thought, everybody was gonna, but it don't be like that. Movies are very hard to make. Especially good ones. Good ones are extremely hard to make. Zaya was talking about the other day, he was talking about, I'm ready for the next season of The Penguin. What the fuck? Does it take that long to make a season? I said, yeah, Zaya, it takes that long, dog. That shit is not easy work. I'm going to try to watch it too, though. A lot of moving parts. He has the I just spilled all the beans and all these people don't even know face. Lo cagó. That movie's so bad, Barbie needs to ask for his money back. I wonder how much. It's on Prime. It's got to be making some kind of money in licensing. You know what I mean? If it's on Prime, that shit's crazy that it's on Prime. I'm gonna give it. See, here's the thing. I don't know if I should give it a shot. I feel like I saw a clip. We could watch a trailer. Yeah, y'all want to watch a trailer? We're gonna get clapped. JP, where the fuck you at, man? Smut check, man. Stamp like approved on some real shit from his daughter. Does she got that? She got that kind of pool, bro? Shout out Anna Lexi. Shout out How to Pal. She got that kind of pool, bro. I'd be like, hey man, at the end of the day, you his daughter, man. You sure it's about him? Which one? The La Barbie one? He just told you it was. He said he paid $200,000 for it. American Narco. Everybody wants to use that name. Ah, man, now they're going to show me Owen and all of these other guys. Matthew Cox. Show me the fucking... You can't even find a trailer on El Tubo. Jesus. Let me try that. Damn. No trailer. Ni en su casa le conocen. They don't even know that movie in its own house. That's it. I want to see. It's on Prime, Tubi. Sometimes they have them for free, especially at Tubi. I could get it. I just want the trailer for now. I watched narco movies in the 1980s. Everybody wanted to be La Barbie. He was talking in that shirt, just so you know. Didn't the Flores twins say that La Barbie was more of a hitman? Yes. He was just very close friends with Arturo Beltran Leiva, indeed. Yeah, they said, you know. And we got to remember the context in which, Jay Flores be talking sometimes. Sometimes he's responding to somebody that's telling him, you guys didn't do this or you guys weren't that. And he'd be like, man, this is the pecking order. This is where we were at the table over there, and those guys was over there. We got to remember that. Shout out Anna Lexi. Speaking of narco movies, I just watched The Tax Collector. It was okay. I think it would have been better as a series, though. Sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes you stretch those stories out and you get more out of it. If it's quality. Don't if you're gonna make it longer and it's not gonna, it gotta be worth the squeeze. That's crazy. Hold on, man. No trailer. Oh, that's why I'm putting the wrong name. Duh. It's American Sicario. That's a stolen name. You just add the word American to it. Here we go. I got it. Y'all ready to get clapped? We getting clapped tonight. Fuck it. Hit the like button if you have yet to do so. Honey's up in the chat for y'all. We might stop this clip, every couple of seconds. Just to not get clapped. Try not to get clapped, but we'll see. Let's get it. American Sicario. Danny Trejo. That's where the budget went. I'm afraid to think of what Danny Trejo got paid. Maybe they won't clap us. I don't think they got the money to clap us. I don't think they made that money back. But there have been more than Barbie as American Sicario. What you mean, more movies? I think the best narco movie is Sicario. What happened in part 2 is happening right now. How they get... You know what? I need to watch those movies on my channel because... I watched part 1. I don't remember nothing. I remember the climax scene. That's it. Pause. Shout out to either everyone. Hit that like button. Let's get that 40. Especially touching border towns. Oh, there's been more than La Barbie as American Sicarios. Oh, okay. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all, Al. I don't doubt that at all. Let's get it, y'all. Let's get clapped over here. All right. So I don't think they're looking for this, though. I think they want us to promote this shit.
Nothing more important than family.
Why were you then here?
To kill you. In the business we're in, loyalty goes a long way.
Smart for the camera. How much money have I made for 210 million. Are you gonna send me twice the cocaine?
I'm surprised.
A whole new game these days.
It looks like the same game to me.
I really respect what you did back in the day. It's time the world knows who I am.
This.
All right, I will say this. We often get tricked by a trailer. The trailer be more dramatic and much better than the film itself. But maybe this movie's good. Maybe I gotta give it a chance. Hold on.
This is gonna end up well.
Time the world knows who I am.
It looks good.
I really respect what you did back in the day. It's time the world knows who I am.
This isn't gonna end up well.
Boss, we had a problem.
The entire shipment, it was hijacked.
We're gonna give you 3 days.
There's some good real deal actors in here.
If I don't find him,
You already know the answer to that.
looks like somebody just started a war. This is the result of your choice.
I'm an American, goddammit.
Damn, se le cayó el accent. El accent fell down. Alright. Not like actual American. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Danny Trejo looks good. I ain't mad at it yet. I see some of the acting is wanky, but there's some serious actors in there.
If I don't find him, gonna end up.
Danny Trejo, I could already vouch for. Can he phone it in? I'm sure he can, but whatever. Where's he at? The other dude. There's only one thing. There's a trope, indie film trope that I see. I always hate this right here. This purple lighting that they put in some of these shit. See this lighting? I don't like that shit. That looks very indie film, but it looks good. The main character, I don't know about his acting skills. I don't know. I ain't seen it yet, but
This isn't gonna end up well.
But that dude right there, the dude that was just busting off that hammer, where's he at? This dude right here, grade A actor right here. Dude is a real deal actor right here. This guy can hang with anybody.
Boss, we had a problem.
The entire shipment, it was hijacked.
We're gonna give you 3 days.
Yo, what's crazy to me is that he's talking to people in English with a Spanish accent. But when he gets on the phone, he's like, I'm an American Sicario, okay? What are we talking about here? Shut up. Yeah, we're going to start talking about Craig Pettis pretty soon. While we're covering this Barbie stuff. American cartel members are common because the U.S. and Mexico are so intertwined indeed. It's probably how Barbie knows DJ Paul because Craig was one of the biggest customers for bulk salutes.
To find out sold you out.
If I don't find him,
You already know the answer to that.
looks like somebody just started a war. This is the result of your choice.
I'm an American, goddammit.
I'm an American, goddammit. Right there's not, I'm an American, goddammit. No, it's, I'm an American, goddammit. It's good, though. That's good writing. Code switched on their ass.
This is the result of your choice.
I'm an American, goddammit.
I told you how this ends out, kid. Or in prison. Kill them all! When it happens, you'll see it coming.
Oh, shit. Let me see. Is he named as a producer in here? No? Okay. Let's just make sure. He said Sergio had nothing to do with it either. Is there a Sergio in here? No Sergios. I don't see him. All right. Lionsgate on that shit. Let's see. Boy. Lionsgate probably gonna clap the shit out of me. All right. We got our 40. I'm with it. There it is. I don't know. The trailer looks good, man. The movie probably shit, but I'll give it a shot. I just don't know if I should film myself doing it or not. Who the fuck is that guy? They're like, look at him, he's a gangster, he's so unbothered. Bruh, he either just did or he about to spill the beans. Fuck you mean? Oh man, why nobody wanted this one though, huh? Y'all ain't fucking with Buddy like that? Only the green one? Come on, you guys are out of pocket, man. Oh, mama.
No, mommy's weak.
There it is. So gangster, he's just smiling at them. Papa, he's relieved. His life was on the line. That smile could be for his enemies. Fuck you. I got out of there. I'm about to tell them everything about you motherfuckers. Huh? Just be like that, man. Fuck out of here. But I just want everybody to know, everybody who wanted that shirt to know that he was wearing that shirt when he did his testimonial, spilling of the beans in that shirt right there, all right? So everybody who went and got that shirt, I hope I never hear you picking and choosing who's a snitch and who's not, because y'all wanted to wear that shit. I wanted to cover the fashion story, but we'll cover that another night. It's a Wednesday night. I got y'all up late, man. Yeah, I got y'all up late. All right, Friday, we're going live. Pure, I believe you. You still want that shirt. Hey, man, rock that shit. Rock that shit. He was being a snitch in that shirt. He was wearing that shirt when he was telling. I just think it's funny that people jump on these trends, Judy, and they want to put these guys' faces on shirts, and some of these guys have 15-year-old girlfriends and wives. But you want to put them on a shirt? Some people want to wear the shirt and these guys, and they sitting around telling everything, but they want to talk shit to the twins or talk shit to this one or talk shit to that one. Call them a rat, or they want to teach these kids, oh, no ratting, no telling, unless you're a boss, because all the bosses told. So to me, it's a disingenuous bullshit game, and they can miss me with the bullshit. He told everything. I said he had a little sit down with them people. All right, 100's up in the chat for y'all, man. We about to get out of here. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me hit that top fans list. Shout out Zoraida, Tere, Judy, Pure Art, Velez, Nando, Yar, Al the Pal, OT, EC12, Sam, and Alexi, JP, where you at? Te estamos velando. Shout out Kenny, DJ Kilo, Adrian Torres, Roofer, Gio, Big June, Mundo Reyes, Eddie Jimenez, Upper Echelon, Jose, Mr. Joshua, D-Life, Borregazo, my brother Oso, Marcus, Ricardo, Yayo, Aquino, and shout out Shannon. All right, she was first tonight. I hope you're well, Shannon. See you in the Discord. Pure Art is wildin'. The Barbie look like a model. Model citizen or model cooperator. The twins were models too. Yeah. Yeah, Rocha. I'm gonna give you that one, PR, because you got sent to the bathroom today. I'll give you that one. Your boy gonna kick rocks, make himself a meal, maybe go watch American Sicario for like 3 minutes. And we'll go from there. Again, it's probably not worth it for me to watch that film unless I'm watching it while being filmed. Y'all have a great night. Continue to get that money this week. All right, be safe. Safe travels to the gig tomorrow. Salute to our 41 likes. All right, we covered a couple of things. I'll get those edited up. Put those out. One will be Il Cartel News in translation. The other one, this one here, this Barbie one will be an ill analysis reaction. I need to do a line of them glow in the dark. See, it didn't translate that. I need to do a line of them glow in the dark Oreos. Man, them Oreos are scary. Don't look like that movie's good. I'm gonna give it a shot. But I gotta be filmed so that y'all can hear my reaction. Thanks, Shai, for another live. I appreciate you, Pure Art. Salutes. Shout out Big June. Tap that like button. Salutes. Salutes, Judy. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate your input. Shout out Pure Art. Rest in peace, Chucky Chingon. Absolutely. Trailer seems pretty whack also. Yeah, but it looks good. I've seen worse, bro. I've seen the gambit. I've seen the spectrum of bullshit. And I've seen some that looked bad that were actually good. Shout out Zorada. Enjoy your meal, Shot. Great live. I appreciate you. Thank you. Barbie still looks like the devil to me. The Barbie married his second wife when she turned 18, just like El Chapo. See? So, blessing, Shot. Get you some good food and some much-needed rest. Will do. I'll try. I just wish when I finally do go to sleep that I'll just sleep. But it don't be working out like that. I still be computadora around this motherfucker. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. Get that bread tomorrow. I will see y'all Friday night. Maybe one of these videos drop tomorrow. I don't know. We got a bunch of shorts dropping. Make sure you share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. All that good stuff. All right. I appreciate y'all. Hundreds up. I'll see y'all in the Discord. Let me drop the Discord link. I'm probably late on this, but if there's anybody that would like to join our Discord, there's the link. Don't wish sleep, said Tupac. I did it. All right. There's the Discord link. Shout out Zorada. Chat. Everyone have a great rest of your night. Get some rest. And that money mañana. Get them pesos, man. With that said, I will holla. Peace.